it's been, well, so far, so good for Ibrahimo Diallo. They call him the Diamond. At the moment, it's a very polished performance. And Samson Segbedzi has work to do in the back rounds of this one. More of the same if you're in the Diallo corner. What are you saying to Samson in the blue one next to us?
I'll be telling him he's got to stop trying to counter and just get rough beyond his chest, take him away from his rhythm. He's enjoying that range, that space, and you're not gonna make him gas out at that pace. He's controlling it. Just change the pace beyond his chest, make him fight instead of boxing, and see how he handles that. How does he like it when it gets a bit rough and bugging?
Exactly that, spot on. He's just got to be sharp on the feet, get there, stab the jab into the body and really bowl over a big right hand. Start taking more chances now, but the feet have to be quicker.
Seconds out. Seconds out. Round 6.
Well, a lofty IBF ranking should greet the winner. Victory crucial, you feel, to go on to a bigger fight in 2026. So far, the power of Samson Segbedzi has not been a problem. He hasn't really landed cleanly, not connected with that right hand that we know he can throw. Ibrahimo Diallo in a rhythm, center ring, good feet, quick hands, nice combinations. And you said it, Darren, as he walked in, smooth, and that's what he's been.
It just doesn't get flustered, does he? Not that he's had anything to get flustered about right now, and that's down to Segbedzi. Needs to try and get this local crowd on his side, and you do that by landing something of note. You know, there has been an effort at times. I just look, sometimes you're just in there with someone who's just better than you, quicker than you, sharper than you, with not just the hands and the feet, but with their thinking.
Yeah, 100%, and Segbedzi, he can't match that. So, but he is trying. He's trying to throw shots, but he's missing the same way. I mean, he just hasn't got the level of IQ that Diallo has. Like you said, he's just that level of thinking. Diallo's a quicker thinker, sharper thinker. He's so locked in right now. Everything's flowing his way. It's hard to break this rhythm.
Segbedzi, the Ghanaian champion at super welterweight, had some good wins here. Beat Isaac Comey for the national title, but I think it's the road experience of Diallo. He's had those 2 draws with Pierre Rossadini and Jan Helen. British fights, Dale Arrowsmith. Tenzer was telling us earlier about Jordan Dujon at the York Hall. He's been around Belgium, Miami, Britain, now Ghana. Good uppercut there from Diallo. He's just sort of learned more, I think, as a professional, a bit more rounded, and of course, fluent too.
Yeah, it's Arrowsmith, the name you mentioned there, really busted up Arrowsmith to the body. I think the fight was halted with a bad hand, but I think it was damage done with looping hooks around both elbows of Arrowsmith, and that's something we've not seen a great deal of in this contest. If I was to be critical of anything of Diallo, I've not seen much work to the body other than the jab.
Maybe he's waiting for the latter 2 or 3 rounds, pacing himself. Doesn't look like he's exerted too much energy. Do you, Denzel, when you're boxing like this and not much is coming back? That's excellent again, crisp and clean. Are you preserving the tank too?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really say preserving, but there's just no real reason to go up again because it's just going so easy. But then that kind of separates the elites to the ones that are still learning, because someone that feels that, okay, there's no threat, let me try and get him out of it, they'll change the game. But right now, Diallo doesn't need to. He's boxing nicely, he's winning every round, but just for that bit of entertainment and that bit of spite, you might want to switch up the pace and see how you can get your opponent out of there.
Yeah, that's a brilliant point. He came in with the fancy outfit and made us all watch, and he's boxing well, an exhibition, but maybe there's a sprinkling on top to finish too, and up in pace.
You lent him that outfit. I've seen you wear that.
I've seen you wear a couple of outfits. Let's not go there. In fact, we bought a few from the market, didn't we?
We did indeed.
That market was crackers in Accra yesterday morning. I mean, hustle, bustle, fantastic to see, really good. And I said the people have got so much spirit and, yeah, real charm here.
Yeah, and a real love for the sport. as we see Segbedzi trying here, but Denzel just a step ahead, isn't he, Diallo?
He is. He's just a step ahead, and he has been since the first round, and Segbedzi hasn't figured him out. He just doesn't know how to figure him out. I mean, I'm not sure what his corner are telling him, but I'm sure the advice they're giving him, he can't follow. He just hasn't got the ability to you know, nail Diallo down.
The Ghanaian colours at ringside, and we've seen posters and also.
I did it!
Make their day even more special. Be home your way. Send money from the UK to over 10 African countries with the best exchange rates at zero transfer fee, delivered in minutes. Download Lemfi today.
As well, great fighter too. So many from Bookham in Accra, and it's been great to be around this area. Samson Segbedzi from the city, and he's looking for win number 11 somehow. He's losing round after round here. He's going to have to throw caution to the wind and really try and back up Diallo, chuck some combinations, take Diallo out of his spring, out of his... Well, it's easy, isn't it?
It's too easy. But I give him credit for not losing concentration with how easy the fight has been. He stayed locked in, he stayed focused, and he hasn't drifted off. Because sometimes the fight gets easy and you just start drifting off and you get caught with silly shots and it switches you back on. He hasn't had to do that yet.
Darren, this looked a 50-50 fight beforehand. As I said at that weigh-in yesterday, I just noticed something with Diallo and the confidence that he had. Maybe feels he's already fought at a higher level, but wanting to put on a show. And he's made Segbedzi look, well, just slightly short of top class.
He really hasn't. Look, Segbedzi, I know that the record doesn't sort of really tell the story, if you like. But he did win the Ghanaian welterweight title last time out against a 17-1 opponent. You know, who did the 17-1 opponent beat to get that record, but nonetheless, form, confidence would have been higher, but he's just not been allowed to get a foothold in this contest at all.
Leo Tang has just turned up at ringside. Short night's work for him. He's showered and changed and wants to see the rest of the boxing. The gum shield is out for probably the 4th time, and I think a point is imminent of coming off. It's all gone wrong, really, for Samson Segbedzi tonight. Yeah, this time. Yeah.
I don't think Leo Tang ever doesn't have a smile on his face. Just looking at him at ringside, he's just constantly happy, constantly smiling. And why not? When you've got the ability and the future that he has in front of him, I'd be smiling all the time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I remember Anthony Joshua when he was that age with that sort of big, booming smile. And it's, as I said, it lights up rooms, and that's really important. At the moment, Ibrahima Diallo lighting up this ring with ease. Consummate professional performance. Almost looks like a spar he's having tonight, Diallo. I think the only question is, can he really put some big-time entertainment on in the last part of this fight too, just to get people excited?
Show business, you do want to put bums on seats and entertain, but when you look at Segbedzi, the only chance he does have in this contest is with those 7 knockouts that he previously had. So me and Denzel have both been picking it out. The discipline, the focus, to not get carried away is so important.
100%. And if we're being completely honest, his corner are probably telling him right now, do not risk a thing. Remember, puncher, keep doing what you're doing. Keep boxing smooth, keep the jab in his face, and keep them feet moving. no need to get involved in anything, and he's following those instructions.
Meanwhile, I've just looked behind us. David Diamonte's got one of his big cigars there, relaxed, enjoying a little break in between MC announcements. KD, AJ's best mate, right behind us. We talked for years about getting boxing in Ghana, and Matchroom have made it happen. We miss Eddie Hearn tonight, but we saw plenty of him over the last few days, didn't we, in Miami?
Yeah, we did indeed. I'm sure we'll be proud of this show right now. A groundbreaking debut for Matchroom here in Ghana. Yep. But again, look at that, Adam. Sorry to interrupt. The footwork of Diallo, just on point, class, easy. Well, he makes it look easy anyway.
He does, and he's a joy to watch. He's very easy on the eye. It's just whether he has that devil in him. Only 2 knockouts on the record. Can he just up the tempo, or does he want to not take the chances? Good shot from Diallo again. If you were in this situation, Denzel, what would you be thinking with this time of night, 20 to 9, live on DAZN? Is it a chance to really get people saying, we want to go back talking about the diamond, or is this good enough?
No, I mean, it's definitely good enough, but you always want people, to have something to say about you. Me, just being stubborn, I would try to step to him and see if I can get him out of there. But like we said, it's his discipline and his focus that's making him perform like this. His corner are definitely telling him there's no need to risk anything. And if he does step in and he gets clipped, it goes the wrong way.
Denzel's nasty. He's going in there. He's going for blood. He's going for the finish.
Well, I am. I'm not going to lie. I definitely am. I'm not sitting here for I'm going for the finish. But boxing clean, and I can appreciate from the outside.
That's why we love you, Denzel. Excitement in the ring, and I think that's key. What we've had is class tonight from Ibrahima Diallo, who's just upping the tempo here in the 8th round, inside the last minute. That's the right of Samson Segbedzi. It'd be good if we can get a real effort from the Ghanaian, buoyed by the home support. But Mama's boy with the gum shield problems, and more importantly, not really getting his own jab set and his punches off. He's got to do something different. He's running out of time. That's better from Segbedzi. Can we have more of that with the right hand? Will he let those combinations go? His corner beckoning him in.
Yeah, I'd like to see him double up with that right hand. He landed it, bring the feet in again and throw exactly the same shot. You landed it once, you landed it again. Nice all right uppercut there as well.
And look at Diallo just...
Oh, the gum shield again.
Walking off.
I'm not sure what happened there. I thought the gum shield come up.
I think maybe he thought he heard the bell or something. He just sort of walked away from Segbedzi. A strange occurrence at the end of the 8th round. Look at that movement from Diallo, the feint and back under with the left hand. Best round from Segbedzi, though. He's really put a shift in. Got to do more here. And he's got 2 sessions left to try and change it.
Yeah, signs he was, trying a bit more, Segbedzi. He landed a nice counter left hook, but look at the uppercut there from Diallo, showing again real good variation, the ability to be able to screw those uppercuts through the guard of this man here, Segbedzi, who kitchen sink time. He needs to find a right hand, a left hook from the gods if he's to get anything out of this contest.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't even think he's got that in the locker right now. I'm not seeing the snap in his punches anyway. Nothing's affecting Diallo, and he's not losing focus anytime soon, to be honest.
Doesn't look like it, but it is the most unpredictable of sports. Into the 9th round. 7 knockouts so far in those 10 victories for Samson Segbedzi.
Healthy noodles in 5 minutes. Challenge accepted. Five minutes done.
skill-wise, he's there, but oh no, knockdown. But yeah, skill-wise, I think he's got a lot of talent. But sometimes that physicality plays a part. If he was to get a world ranking and move up the levels and eventually get a world title shot in the next year or two, can he hang with those world titles who are physically just brutally strong and have that same level of skill? I mean, that's another question to answer, but no one to say you can't get there.
Yep.
There is still a lot of work to do.
Yep, you think of Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, that's the big fight we want to see in 2026, but they're elite. There's a tough 154-pound division to break into. Might need a bit of power to work on, but you guys are saying that that's developing for the Diamond. He's 27, so still time.
Look, there's plenty to work with. There really is a really good fighter. The speed of hand and foot and what we've been saying, the know-how is really, really good. And I think he can develop more power using the momentum of his opponent in his favour. And I think just a bit more commitment to the shot. It doesn't mean loading up. I just think really believing in yourself to let the shot go. I think his boxing IQ is very, very high. So sometimes that stops him from committing with the kind of worry that something might come back.
Inside the last minute of the penultimate round here in this IBF International Super Welterweight bout. Ibrahima Diallo, he certainly won all the first 7. You may be kind to Samson Segbedzi, give him a 8th round, but you can't give him any more. He's put an effort in, but he's just been second best, and the clock is ticking, Denzel.
It is ticking, but I don't think he feels like he has any chance of winning, in my opinion. He's just there to see the fight through, but he is trying, he's throwing shots, but there's just not enough passion in it for me. He's done mentally, in my opinion.
Yeah, do you know what? I agree with that. I think he could be throwing more at Diallo here. Look, even if you're missing, at least go. Let the shots go. Yeah. What an opportunity here.
I think he's been very frustrated by the southpaw style of Ibrahima Diallo, but surely they worked on that in sparring. Maybe they couldn't get anyone quite as cute. And look at that. He looks like it's just been a water park in this hot, humid climate. Hardly a bead of sweat on him, Ibrahima Diallo. Everything at his pace and tactics have been spot on.
Yeah, and look, it hasn't been a frantic pace, but to get 9 rounds bagged in this heat is we talk about boxes being ticked all the time. It's a massive box tick, so I think testament to the condition. And again, it's not been frantic, but he's been having to think an awful lot about what potentially could come back. That power of Segbedzi, as we pointed out, so that keeps you on your toes. But yeah, it's been a really good performance. He's certainly enjoyed it. We have. I think the crowd here that have come to support him have also.
Just raises his hand aloft.
And final round.
I think he's enjoyed this, Ibrahima Diallo. An exhibition of his boxing skills on this Legacy Rise 258 Matchroom promotion in Accra, Ghana, live on DAZN. Hope you're enjoying it back home or anywhere around the world that you're tuning in on DAZN. We have a mouth-watering end to 2025, a fantastic 2026. The first quarter, Darren, is extraordinary, and 1 or 2 of the fights haven't been announced yet, but at the moment, you've got the likes of Kabayel out in Germany, you've got Moses Itama, Josh Kelly going for a world title, we've got Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, massive fights. And February, wow, I mean, Nick Ball kicks us off.
I mean, it's booming. Boxing is absolutely booming. We're all around the world and we're getting the fights we want to see. It's fantastic. I mean, what an opportunity for all the guys and girls out there to really make a name of themselves. What it would be like to be a Denzel Bentley, a current fighter out there at the minute.
Yep, we're Denzel Bentley's support team tonight. Let's get him some action in 2026, because he would have upped it by now and put the icing on the cake. Ibrahima Diallo has elected just to go through the motions, really glide his way to victory. He's hardly put a foot wrong. He looks like he could do this for another 10 rounds.
Yeah, he just looks comfortable. I mean, he's not breathing hard, doing what he wants, hitting that well, moving that well. I mean, it's too easy.
Look, he's done the right thing. There's always what ifs. If he would have done this, could he have forced a stoppage, etc. Could have been a bit more positive with the output, but I think he's done the right thing. I really do. I think the win, the W, was the most important thing here this evening. He's boxed a really good game plan. He showed composure, focus, and to use the word discipline again. That was a nice short right hand from Segbedzi.
Yeah, good body shot from Segbedzi. Best one he's thrown downstairs all night. Followed it up with another one. A lot of hoopla going on in the blue corner, trying to get him. 45 seconds left, and that's it for Segbedzi. It's now or never. A right hand. Diallo shrugs it off. Gets back to his southpaw stance. It's a good finish this from Samson Segbedzi. Where was it? 3 or 4 rounds ago?
Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth, and you can't help be a bit frustrated, can you, Denzel? When you think to yourself, well, you can do it.
You had this in the tank. Why wait till the very last round? If he'd done this 2-3 rounds ago, it might have set up a different fight in the next 2-3 rounds after that.
They're so annoyed in the corner that he's left it this late, and he'll be kicking himself in the morning, mama's boy. But Ibrahim Diallo has boxed a beautiful fight tonight. He will be the IBF and Segbedzi loses the opportunity. Diallo, well, he sparkled like a diamond in there tonight. There will be harder tests ahead. Segbedzi was unbeaten.
Gutted. Do you know what? I really like the respect between the two of them at the end. There was a lot of words said, a bit of pushing and shoving. Diallo, oozing with confidence, and I think that wound up this man here at Segbedzi at times. But yeah, look, I was impressed. Being a kind of a fan of counter-punching and that fleet-footed movement and quick hand speed, I like that from what I see from Diallo. A lot to work with, still things to improve on Adam, but he's got a bright future in front of him.
You mentioned the Repton and those southpaws. They'd have been proud of a performance like that. He's just IQ, his fleet of foot. He looks like he's hardly been in a fight.
Yeah, exactly. Look, use boxing. Don't let boxing use you. You got to be focused. You got to be switched on, and that's exactly what he showed. All of those this evening.
I like what I saw at the official weigh-in yesterday morning. I just felt he looked very comfortable in his skin, and he performed like that on the big stage. And that's what this is. 18,000 coming tonight.
Yeah, they are taking their seats, Adam. We'll have a look round. Lots and lots of Jonathan Tetteh fans here.
I think there's a fair few outside still banging their drums and getting ready and taking a chance to really enjoy this build-up.
Imagine stories can save our planet. Every day we hear that we're beyond saving, but we're not. We just need better stories. Stories of hope, action, of David, Sandra, and Vic, and a whole world of people working on solutions.
Well, he's loving it, isn't it? Well, he's loving it, isn't it? And he's going to get a big decision now. Well, he's put a finger to his mouth, Ibrahim Diallo, and it is quiet. While David Diamante just gets a mic. Say just gets a mic. One or two sound issues at ringside. They've done a great job here. First time putting on a massive show like this, and hats off to all of the organisers, both at Matchroom and on the ground. Legacy Rise Sports getting this promotion on, and David has
Barman 442.
You dey feel am?
Na 442 liquor dey do am. Barman 442.
It be this ginger way I need.
You dey feel am, eh?
It be 442.
Philippines. JR Raquinel, the dreamer, in ring walk number 22 of his 11-year career. He's won 18 times. He's a big puncher as well. And he is very confident that he's going to take home this WBO global belt tonight. Over 12 rounds, super flyweight division. Consummate professional, Darren.
He is. Do you know what? I'm a fan of this. He's up. He's aggressive, but he's tidy with it. Doesn't waste an awful lot, but as you said there, he's an explosive puncher. 14 KOs from his 18 wins. Last time a body shot, it really was. And yeah, once he sits down on those shots, anything could happen.
Please welcome Diallo Jr. Allotey.
Theophilus Capacpo Lopez Jr. Allotey from right here in Accra. The fireworks go off, the drones in the air. It's a magical time for Ghanaian boxing. Matchroom are in town, live on the zone, and it's the 13th ring walk for the undefeated man from this beautiful African country. He'll be lucky 13, but there's a real confidence, a sparkle. Darren, this state effort that's gone in, the president of Ghana will be in attendance. His son's gone to so much work. Will be in attendance. His son's gone to so much work. Matchroom have worked so hard alongside. It's just to see another continent involved in boxing again.
It's been brilliant. I mean, look, the whole week's been fantastic. We've had a great time, and they put on a great show. They have every event, and they've shown real passion, desire to be, you know, a future hotbed of boxing. You know, they have the talent. They've got fighters that really, really want it, not just for success, but to change their lives. You know, and they're heaped in history, Ghanaian boxing, and could Theo Allotey, be one of the future stars for this great nation? But yeah, the shots you were showing, Adam, they're fantastic. They really were, and it's come to a great head, hasn't it? As I say, the week's been brilliant, but to end the way it has been fantastic.
And what is this man thinking of it? The 28-year-old visitor from the Philippines, but he's well-travelled, very experienced. JR Raquinel.
Director, we need to go to a promo or something. We're waiting for the judges.
The atmosphere as we just wait for this one to commence. Need everything official and regulated at ringside, of course, and the fighters wait in the ring just for a wee moment in this air.
Tetteh, well positioned, isn't he? Ring Magazine, number 15, ranked in 3 of the 4 governing bodies in the top 15 as well. When you look back on your career, that big acid in the top 15 as well. When you look back on your career, that big acid test, that big...
I've just seen Derek Chisora turn up at ringside. I mean, it's just, he gets everywhere, Darren.
I mean, he does. He really does. But yeah, sorry, in answering your question, Jamie, I think every moment you're fighting for a title, but for me, I think it was really being at the top of the bill. We see recently, didn't we, on the zone at the Indigo, Giorgio Vizioli having his first main event, and that's a you have to pass or try your best to pass and remain calm under the pressure. Raquinel was a really, really good fight.
So I figured maybe it's not about doing everything perfectly. Maybe it's about doing something simple, like switching our cleaning products to something that's better, which feels good. The revolution starts small.
This is what you want as an athlete, as a fighter. You want to test yourself against the best. You want to see how good you are, and it's an opportunity for both of them to find out.
What are these moves where things go slightly askew at ringside and you have to wait on your stools, and maybe you've been warm in the dressing room, but you get a little bit cold. I guess they're still warm in the ring there, but nervous moments.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's never ideal because you're desperate just to hear that first bell. When you make that walk, you're getting closer and closer to what you've been training for weeks. That time to shine, if you like, showcase all your skill, and it's frustrating more than anything. Like you said, they don't have to worry about cooling down. Sometimes at other shows when there's delays, you see them warming up and you see them hitting the pads. That's not needed this evening.
Do you remember when Prince Nassim Muhammad used to keep them all waiting? Kevin Kelly particularly in America when he was up on the ring apron beckoning the Prince in, and when Paul Ingle fought Naz, he got out the ring, didn't he, and sort of wandered around the back and came in again. So there's different ways, I guess, of dealing with situations, but they're professional athletes and they'll know that occasionally things just have to get sorted out. I think it's one or two of the officials that are waiting for just to get everyone in place.
But again, look at the shots, look at the venue here. They've made a real good show of this. They really have, you know, lots of people in attendance, outsiders you've mentioned, but this is it now for these two here. And so much to look forward to as well. Jonathan Tetteh, Freezy McBones next in a brilliant chief support.
I think they're looking for one of the officials. The others are here. Maybe he or she just...
let's get Derek Chisora. We've sat down, he's here now.
He is right behind us. He's seen enough boxing over the years.
We get a word with Leo Tang.
That'll be good. Derek's right here.
Derek Chisora in the house as well. Derek, what are you making of your experience here in Accra so far?
Listen, the experience is great. We just have to get it right. Because remember, they haven't done a big show for the last 20 years. So let's just not jump the gun. Yeah, Africa's so behind in boxing, so let's not all get disappointed. You know, it will get better. Do you understand? It's just the only little hiccups which we are gonna sort out. You know, so sooner or later it will get better.
When are we going to see Derek Chisora back in a boxing ring? What's the plan, Derek? Tell us.
Right now, I got Queensbury. I'm gonna sit down with George next week, and then we'll see what the plan is. Right now, the word is Deontay Wilder, and I'm excited about that.
Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder, Adam Smith.
I'm in, absolutely. Can't wait for that one. Let's hope it gets made. Good luck with that, Derek. Hope it does get done. More importantly, I think, though, for now, it's about the African fights and the stage. You know, 51 years since Rumble in the Jungle, but really, it's all about the modern generation now. Let's find out more about Allotey.
Something you choose. It chooses you. It wakes up before the sun rises. It pushes you when the world thinks you have gone too far. And when the noise fades, power is what remains. I started learning boxing at the age of 10 years. I've been 4 times national champion in Ghana, and I'm also...
When you're going to pass the pace, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the Lozi acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint. The Lozi acrylic paint. Paint champion. When you're going to
Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, Legacy Rise Sports, and 258 Boxing. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this title fight from ringside. From Ghana, Shadrach Akwe. From Nigeria, Joel Constance Chikanagoro. And from the Philippines, Antonio Macareg Comia. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, referee Olusegun Arasanya. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBO Global Super Flyweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears black with white trim. He scaled 114 1/2 pounds. Professional record, 18 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Cagayan in the Philippines. Please welcome JR, the Dreamer, Raquinel. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the red corner. He wears the solid black trunks. He scaled 114 1/4 pounds. Professional record, perfect. 12 fights, 12 victories with 10 of them coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Accra, Ghana. Please welcome Theo Lopez Jr. Allotey.
It's the WBO Global Belt that's being taken out of the ring. That's on the line here tonight in the Super Flyweight division. Good match. Theo Allotey, JR Raquinel.
I am the third man in the ring. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves. You touch gloves at the beginning of the first round and at the beginning of the last round. Any foul committed will be duly penalized. Touch gloves.
Well, a big hug of respect before the fight. Interesting to see between Theo Allotey from Accra and JR Raquinel, the Dreamer, the 28-year-old from the Philippines, who, as Jamie was saying, is highly ranked by several of the governing bodies. I mean, this is a major step forward for the winner of these two in the WBO division. Super flyweight, often very high-skilled affairs. In the 115-pound division, the sparkling black with the Ghanaian flag of Theo Allotey and the black and white of the Southpaw from the Philippines. Southpaws who are made in the Philippines. One of our favourite fighters of the last 30 years, Manny Pacquiao, and so many were inspired by him. I'm sure this guy was, JR Raquinel, who's looking to get right on the front foot here and take the fight to Theo Allotey. Really interesting one, Darren.
Yeah, it is. Stylistically, I think this would gel. Might take a little while to heat up, but the power that they both possess and carry in either hand with what's on the line, you know, I really do feel we'll see some good action. That was a lovely counter left hook from Allotey. Beautiful shot.
He's got plenty of power. 10 knockouts in the 12 victories. So does Raquinel with 14 big wins by stoppage. So 24 of their fights haven't gone the distance. And Denzel, for a super flyweight, that's huge.
100%. You don't really get guys at those weights that can punch like that. So it's a gift in itself. And I remember the last time I saw Allotey, the first time I saw him was in June when they done the show over in Bookham. He actually moved up to super bantamweight to fight for the WBO Super Bantamweight African Championship. That's 2 weights above. And he schooled his kid, and from then I became a fan. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and he started it well.
It doesn't waste much, very economical. But when he lets his hands go, as we see a moment ago, counters really well. The left hook's a lovely shot. Raquinel, it's about getting your foot on the outside, trying to get that right hand over the jab of Allotey, then look for that left hand
Trying to get that long jab established. Theo Allotey on the back foot, waiting patiently. Raquinel trying to set the rhythm, but he's walking into shots. Just up Filipino in the first round. Got to be careful of that dangerous.
Yeah.
Raquinel, he drops his left. He's got to be very cautious when he attacks. I think especially in these early stanzas when Allotey is just waiting to pounce and he carries such dynamite.
Love the way he shapes up. Look at his hands, nice and high, but moves. The arms are let go very freely with accurate and speed.
Yeah, good start for Theo Allotey, whose team had all the T-shirts and colour in the hotel this week. I think they really believe he's going to be a star.
Great counter there from Allotey. Just that nice check hook with the lead hand. Made him miss and then come again. I mean, I like his style. He calls himself the Lopez because he's a massive fan of Teofimo. And I find that really interesting.
Yeah, he's a big fan, and so are we of Teofimo Lopez, who you can see live on the zone in that blockbuster against Shakur Stevenson, end of January, the same night that Josh Kelly tries to become a world champion. Darren Lai will be in Newcastle, but there's teams everywhere in the early part of 2026. We hope to see more of you, Denzel, as well, behind the mic.
Behind the mic, I hope to see more of me in the ring.
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
This is a good one, though, for you to be calling. 12 rounds in the super flyweight division, 8 stone, 315-pound boys. Theo Allotey is only 23, so this is the first test for him in his 13th outing, undefeated since turning professional. Just last year, he's been really busy, which is great to see for a young fighter. J.R. Raquinel turned a long time ago. It's been a different sort of journey for him. Can he get it right tonight? He's had a difficult start here, Raquinel.
Yeah, he has. Just been second best when it comes to speed, and that's played into Allotey's hands, who, you know, like you say, he's been busy, and that activity is showing. He's got his distance, he's got his timing. Doesn't need to force anything at the minute, does he? Whereas Raquinel, that's him just a bit quicker on his feet. Jab to the body, look for that left hand over the top. Keep the head moving as well.
Yeah, he's got centre ring and he's trying to advance behind that jab. The southpaw backhand, his honey punch, and he can use that to effect it. He can hurt opponents and he whips it away like that. Also good to the body as well, Raquinel. This is a little bit better.
Love how tight in defence he is, Allotey. Doesn't offer much at all, does he?
We were talking about Ike Bazooka Corte earlier, the former IBF welterweight champion with a good jab, and he had that tight defence, didn't he, as well? I wonder if he's a fan of his as well as Teofimo.
And also, when you're trying to penetrate that tight guard, like Raquinel is, it takes it out of you. I can't tell you how. It sappens, empties the tank.
Good work from Raquinel, showing some hand speed as well. And on the run here, Allotey backed up into the neutral corner. This is much better from the experienced man from the Philippines. Just settling now. I really like this fight.
Yeah, I do. And I think the key to success from Raquinel is what he's doing now, just up in the tempo. Can't be reckless, can't be greedy, but it does need to be busier. I think singles and doubles and go again, 2 and 3 phases of attack.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the speed of Allotey, he's not going to get away with just throwing, single shots or trying to pop shot. He needs to put them together, throw, 2s, 3s, 4s, and then try and get out of the way as soon as possible.
Much better round for J.R. Raquinel, who's advanced well, thrown combinations. Intriguing this.
Good work from both, as you say. Raquinel having more success in that round, but it was down to the tempo and the desire to get a bit closer, and he forced himself onto Allotey.
Seconds out. Round 3.
It's the third round. Marcus has been given some food at ringside, and we'll give him a break for a moment while he tucks into the local cuisine. Denzel Bentley has had his food. It's a good start, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very good start. I mean, like we was calling it, I think it's probably one apiece, and it's making for an interesting fight. So now where Allotey probably, gave up that last round, he's going to have to... He's going to have to, step up the pace and try and win that round back and take the lead again.
Yep, this is a key early part of the fight. One apiece, probably, first couple of rounds. Allotey with a great beginning, but back comes Raquinel, the seasoned man, who's sort of defending his own Ring Magazine rating at 15. It's Allotey's moment to see if he can just climb into the rankings and prize. A good body shot from Raquinel. You just wonder if he might know a bit too much for Allotey tonight. We'll see. It's a real interesting assignment for the Ghanaian.
Yep, he has the experience out the two, certainly in the pro ring, Raquinel. But as I've touched on, the pedigree, the amateur founding and grounding that he has, Allotey, will hold him in good stead and has already. But the work to the body with the straight shots has been good from Raquinel. You've seen, and we've mentioned it, the high guard of Allotey. So obviously you drop downstairs, ideally tap upstairs, keep that guard high, then ping the shots with power and pace downstairs.
Yeah, he's a very good amateur, Theo Allotey, and he could become a really exciting professional too. Hands high, now trying to get his time in centre ring. Raquinel can't prize his way through the shield that is protecting both head and body of Allotey, ready to counter-punch, but Raquinel is full of ideas.
Waiting a little bit too long, Adam. Allotey, in my opinion. There are lots of gaps in the work at the minute.
I like the way Raquinel has just got his shoulders more relaxed, not as tense as in that opening round. Big pressure night for him. I would say more for him at 28. 5 years Allotey senior. Can ill afford a third defeat on his record, especially when he's climbed high in the rankings and is in decent form.
Oh, that was a lovely straight 1-2 there. The left hand was a beautiful shot straight down that tight guard of Allotey. Definitely growing into this fight.
Okay. He is, I agree with you. I think Raquinel is growing into this fight. Allotey, like you said, Darren, he is waiting a bit, man. I know he's waiting for that counter.
Good work from the man from the Philippines again. He's got things to think about, Theo Allotey. He's had everything his own way so far. From the super flyweights to the heavyweights, Darren Barker and I are on a flight to Nigeria in about 9 hours to see Lawrence Okoli in with Tetteh, Tony Yoka as well, Chaos in the ring, and Amir Khan promotion. Good to see Amir involved. live on DAZN. And we saw Leo Tang earlier. There's a young heavyweight that's advanced more than Leo, but that could be a blockbuster down the line, couldn't it? With Moses Atauba. That's January the 24th, February the 21st. It's Wood Warrington. What a battle, what a rematch. Two of the great characters of British boxing. Can't wait for that. So much happening. January, February, March. I'm hearing whispers of stuff in March and April, Darren, but I'm not going to tell you just before Christmas.
Oh, we're basically family now, Adam, aren't we?
I know, but you're off to Saudi, so I'm not going to see you.
I haven't told my wife yet.
Oh, shh. She won't be watching at home. Oh, this is good, this. Allotey and Raquinel. Allotey definitely won the first round. I think Raquinel's come back and given the Ghanaian plenty to think about. The work rate, he's just got some fluency. But here comes Allotey again. It could be one of those 12-rounders that ebbs and flows.
Better this from Allotey. I was saying in the previous round, just waiting too long. I think he's probably given a kick up the backside from his team.
Just dabs his left eye, Raquinel. I don't think there's any damage, but maybe a glove in it, something just going amiss there. But that's a good left hand he's got. Decent defence from Allotey. Back he comes with a very strong right hand. And there's certainly been, I think, a wake-up call in the corner of Allotey. And there's some really good action here in the fourth round as this one begins to start delivering like the touch paper, you super flyweights.
Allotey started to find a home for that left hook. Landed about 3 in a row, but Raquinel's taking them well. But he's just picked up the pace here, Allotey. I mean, the round before that, Darren, like you said, he was waiting too long for that counter, but now he's just, like you said, in the corner, probably giving him, a bit of stick, and he's up the work rate.
And turning into the fight I was expecting here. Class when they really let their hands go. Two very good operators.
Yep, we want more of that. 30 wins, 24 knockouts. That's extraordinary for the little man. And you can see that left hand that whips round from J.R. Raquinel. But Allotey's got this big right and a thunder.
The epic online action game War Thunder is ready to blast your daily routine to pieces. It's not just a game, it's real action, where metal howls, the skies burn, and every shot sparks with awesome special effects. Meet the Allotey tank, a true fortress on tracks. In the air, the B-66 destroyer can level enemy positions in seconds, providing cover as the Buk M3, a modern air defense system you can't hide from. Download War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Good operators.
Good defense from Allotey, and he's put some excellent attacks in. Looks like he feels that he's got the edge in power in there.
I think the key here for both, and I would say it's the same advice for both, is first and third. Go first, let your hands go, avoid the shots coming back, then go again. There's your two phases of attack.
3 judges scoring this WBO global belt. 2 that are ringside on time. 1 was slightly late, but we'll let him off. Wonder how they've got it after 4 rounds. I've got it 2 each.
That's not a bad shot, Adam.
Come out, didn't he, with a bit between his teeth in that round. I thought the previous round before that, the Raquinel's, that third, he was good, wasn't he? He was fired up and started landing with a bit more ease. The local favourite here responded well, as you can see. A bit more force and spine. Desire to let those shots go. See now, nice hand, high guard, leaning back on that shot, following with a nice right hand downstairs.
Seconds out. Round 5.
Just looks out of the ring at someone at ringside, Theo Allotey, family and friends, and there's the band as well. You can hear in the background from Accra, the 23-year-old, fight number 13. He's undefeated in the black trunks with the black boots, the longer ones, and the shorter boots and black and white shorts of J.R. Raquinel from the Philippines. Both have had their success. Action heated up in the 4th round. What happens next in this super flyweight matchup?
Well, for someone to grab hold of the pace of this fight, let the shots go again. But it's high intelligence shown by both. They understand if they're reckless, they will get countered. And we've mentioned the power. Very good chance it could do some real damage.
Denzel, it's high-octane chess at the moment, isn't it?
It is. I mean, both boxers are boxing completely. They're boxing well. I mean, none of them have really made any mistakes. So they've had to kind of not force their work, but just up their tempo every now and then to gain a bit of success. And then sit back, be defensively responsible.
Good work from Raquinel, just trying to back up Allotey.
And he needs to do more of that, work to the body. Like I said in his previous contest, it was a thunderous shot that ended the show to the body. So let's see a bit more investment from Raquinel downstairs.
He's taking some of these on the gloves, though, Allotey, and comes back with a spearing jab. He's got that reach and the snappy shots, too. Both of these guys, good fighters. I mean, I wonder if it's almost more like a world title eliminator. I mean, the class in there is really good, Denzel.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, they're about what? They are world level fighters, these two. I mean, they are world ranked. They're world level fighters, and that could be on the line. Next fight, who knows where they could go? I mean, the super featherweight division isn't that stacked. So any of these two coming out the victor could be boxing for a world title at some point next year.
Yeah, do you know what? I agree with that. When you look at fighters, you look at what they need, what's required to go all the way, certainly to challenge for a title, and it's that solid footwork, that base, a jab, sound defensive skills. I mean, look, Allotey, is very hard to penetrate his, but when they let their hands go, they know exactly what shots to throw, when to throw them, and how to throw them. So yeah, I agree with Denzel. They've got a very good opportunity here, the winner certainly, to receive a pot of gold and something really meaningful.
They've both got really good styles that are gelling well here. Latter end of the 5th. This has been the closest round of the fight. Might be a case of what the judges like here. Good work from Allotey, but Raquinel's had his moments in this one. Wonder which corner feel they're ahead.
What you said in this man's corner, Denzel?
Raquinel's corner. I'll tell him, to keep doing what he's doing. Keep applying that pressure. Keep them shots coming in bunches. Don't just throw singles, throw 2s and 3s and get out of there. I mean, I can't really put him out of fault. This is a very close fight and both boxers are doing well. There's not much I would change if I'm being honest. But someone needs to get control of it.
Yeah, it really is an engaging contest. Two classy operators that we pointed out, but who can find that extra something, that extra percent? Very close at the mid, Adam.
Seconds out. Round 6.
WBO Global Belt on the line here tonight in this 12-rounder super flyweight division. Remember, we've got big fights still to come on this cracking night in Accra, Ghana. Jonathan Tetteh, the home hero, is up next. Freezy McBones, what a wonderful name and a great operator he is. He's broken through on social media, and that's been a fun and fiery build-up. And then, of course, the main event with Spider Richards and Dan Aziz, two guys we know very, very well. Back in London, they know each other pretty well, too. Same barber's shop they use, 5 minutes apart. They live in London, and they're going to be fighting in Accra tonight for their futures. Future of these two look bright. Theo Allotey, JR Raquinel, the southpaw from the Philippines. Certainly won a couple of rounds. The 5th was closer. Allotey having his moments.
What do you think? Freezy McSmith. It's got a ring to it.
What about Dazzling or...
Dazzling McBones?
Yeah. Dazzling McBones.
Or Dazzling Darren Baker. I don't know. There's a lot of nicknames around.
That's low, Adam.
That's low, isn't it? We're family. Denzel, whose corner would you rather be in?
Allotey's. because I'm a fan of him and I've seen him before. But no, I mean,
do you think he's pacing it a bit better?
He is, but at times you feel like maybe he could be letting the round slip with the movement and not enough work. But then when he does turn up the work rate, like he did just there, he looks good. But Raquinel isn't backing off. He's matching it at times, and he's making Allotey have to think about his work. And Allotey is a slick fighter and not a pressure fighter. But when you're a slick fighter and you haven't got a pressure fighter to be slick against, you've got to think about your work, and it stops you from doing what you would want to do if you had a pressure fight against you, if that makes sense. I hope I'm not complicating it too much.
No, it does make sense.
Yeah, thanks.
I think the volume's coming from Raquinel ever so slightly. It's just a little bit more, but the cleaner shots are coming from Allotey. So obviously what you like, I do feel it's there for someone just to grab hold of this and get busy, because it's a little frustrating because we see a couple of rounds ago, didn't we? Nice left hook there from Allotey. When he did start the round and he continued throughout, a real joy to watch. And a handful.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes even saying that, when you get two fighters at this high level, a good right hander from Allotey, maybe, I mean, not all, sometimes you don't get that much work. And another one.
Yeah, lovely shots from Allotey back end of the 6th round, especially with that right hand to head and to body. Combinations from Raquinel not quite landing, and Allotey covering up, defending well, and springing his attacks. Might have nicked this 6th round and might just be forging ahead on the cards.
Yeah, I'd like to see him build on that success at the end of round 6. That was good work from Allotey. Wasn't frantic, but he just upped it ever so slightly. It's there, Denzel, isn't it? We know he can do it.
Yeah, it's there, and I mean, every now and then he might need to work in spurts. He might need to do what he's doing, control the pace, walk around, have a look, and then up the work rate, try and nick the rounds. Because at this point, sometimes he's looking too long, and I can see he's looking for a counter. But the counter isn't there because Raquinel isn't falling in. So he has to just switch the pace at times to make Raquinel back up, and then he controls the centre of the ring again.
Doesn't need to be greedy. This man perhaps a little bit more. Needs to get busy in the face, but they've really impressed with the footwork of Allotey.
Seconds out. Round 7.
Round number 7. Theo Allotey and JR Raquinel. Raquinel, who has won titles before, regional belts in the Philippines, the WB silver back in 2018. He's had a stop-start career. This is fight number 22. It's an important night for Raquinel, who's ranked 15 in this 115-pound division. But Theo Allotey could just jump ahead of him tonight, and I like the way that Allotey has gone about his work in the last 3 or 4 minutes. He's maybe just got, well, he's got the youth and the freshness. He's got momentum as well. This is the 6th fight of the year for Allotey, and I like to see that.
Yeah, activity is so important, it really is. But he turned the screw a little bit, but there's a good response from Raquinel here. He needed to show us something. It's a bit more volume, 3s and 4s. But a little feint beforehand, try and trigger Allotey to throw something, then fire back with a counter. He's got the speed, but lovely left hand. Perhaps maybe take his head off the right-hand side, throw that left.
Do you know what I find interesting? What I've realised, and I think this is what's causing Allotey not to throw as much. Raquinel has changed his rhythm a bit. Early in the fight, he was coming in, throwing in hard shots, trying to, stab his foot really early. But in the last couple of rounds, he's just been touching the gloves of Allotey and just, causing him to move backwards. And not find that counter. He's just touching the gloves and then he puts it in that short burst.
It's that experience, that seasoning of being able to navigate.
Be part of special moments. Be home your way. Send money from the UK to over 10 African countries with the best exchange rates at zero transfer fee, delivered in minutes. Download Lemfi today.
The shots go with a bit more ease, but this is a good response from Allotey.
Yep, he's finishing rounds well, and that's also a way of catching the eye of the judges. And big shots coming in into the 7th round from Theo Allotey, who is losing this session, but he's putting everything in, and he feels like he's hurting JR Raquinel, who smiles at him and comes back with his own combination. Great action again. In the 7th round, it's a round for Raquinel, but Allotey hurt him. More, please.
That was a good end to that round.
I think there may have been a body shot that crept through and hurt Raquinel. And he sensed it, didn't he, Allotey? He really put his foot on the gas and tried to end the show there.
I think he does hit very hard, which is why I said earlier, I'll be surprised if there wasn't a knockdown in this. Two big punches at super flyweight. Who's going to tire first? Allotey, I like the way he's paced himself. I think Raquinel's pulled it back, though, on the cards. It's very tight.
It is. It's a close fight, and, you know, we're going into, well, we're in the second half of the fight now. You know, 2 more rounds and we're in the championship rounds. So someone needs to get hold of this and start to dominate, because it's tough to score. It's a hard fight and it can go either way. And both of these fighters have it in the tank. None of them want to leave this fight thinking I could have done more.
I hope you're enjoying this on DAZN around the world. Matchroom are in Ghana, and it's fantastic to see the inaugural show with Legacy Rise and 258 AJ involved as well. AJ and Eddie can't be with us tonight, we know why, but we're here. Good body shots from JR Raquinel and Theo Allotey trying to grab centre ring here, Darren, and we want to see this.
Yeah, we do.
Phone box stuff.
Because when they exchange leather, really is a joy to watch. Oh, lovely counter left hook from Allotey. Bit more purpose in the shots now, isn't there?
Purpose, and I think he feels, Denzel, like he's got the edge in power here, Allotey.
Yeah, I think he does. When he whips them in, you can see the effect. Do you know what I mean? So, and he knows that himself, but he's also trying to pace himself a bit, I can see. So he's probably learning a bit from Raquinel and touching the gloves a little bit more, rather than just sitting in the guard and then whipping him in when he sees the opening too. So, and that's another sign of intelligence. Seeing what you see in another fighter and using it, you know, to your own advantages.
Haven't had a chance to have a chat with him this week, Theo Allotey. I have many of the other fighters, but I know he's a fan of Teofimo Lopez. I'd love to see if he likes Ike Corte, because that defence he's learned, and it's a natural thing for him. And he's got this long jab, which he hasn't used totally throughout this contest, but when he has, it's been really impressive, and I like the feel of Theo Allotey at the moment.
Yeah, a bit more spite, isn't there? A bit more positivity on the front foot, and certainly when he lets the hands go. That was a lovely right hand, crept through the guard of Raquinel. Yeah, he's just a step ahead at the minute, isn't he, Allotey?
Yep, chipping away, upping the pace when he can. And he knows that Raquinel just might be in danger of unravelling. He just looks at his corner, the man from the Philippines. He's had this long career, and I wonder if some big body shots now from Allotey might make him think Raquinel.
I'd like to see him sustain this now, Allotey, because at times previously in some of the earlier rounds, it ebbed and flowed where you thought Allotey was going to grab hold of it, and a couple of rounds ago we were talking about how well Raquinel was kind of adapting. So I'd like to see Allotey, who's really starting to force himself on Raquinel, just increase this and keep it going.
Denzel, you talked about the defence, and catching so many on the gloves, Allotey, and that will be helping stamina, and he goes to the body, and I think that might be more of a target area in the championship rounds.
Yeah, I mean, he's changed the pace now. He's got a higher guard, and he's walking his man down, and he's finding a lot of success from it because his defense is really good. It's nice and tight, and when he is throwing them shots, he's finding home.
Loving this matchup at super flyweight. Both of these guys having success. It swung back towards Theo Allotey, though. End of the 8th round. Really good work from the Ghanaian. And the crowd beginning to liven up. Raquinel with work to do.
That was a great round from Allotey. And that's what we needed. We needed one of these fighters to step up and take control. And Allotey has shown and proven his professionalism by doing that.
The brilliant Jim Watt, my first commentary partner, used to say to me, there's a round, Adam, in the 7th, 8th, 9th that sometimes just defines a fight. That could have been the one for Allotey.
That could have been the one. He landed a good body shot on Raquinel too. You want to know how much that took out of him, and you know, if he's slowing down. If Raquinel has anything about him, he'd come out there and turn that around and make it another close fight. If Allotey has anything about him, he's going to step to him and know he can hurt his man and just take control from here and dominate the rest of the fight.
I'd really be trying to get Raquinel going in that corner now. Really give him a kick up the backside, say, how much do you want this? The pot of gold here is huge. It really, really is. Let's get going. Come on, let's mix fire with fire.
Round 9.
33 fights between them. These are world-class operators. Live on DAZN, WBO Global Belt, Super Flyweight Division. Fantastic fight they've dished up. And much more to come ahead on this hot, sticky night in Accra. What happens next?
It's the first and third what I was asking for. He's leading, then he'll go again. It's really good boxing from Allotey. But it's just more, although he's relaxed, there's just a bit more commitment and a bit more purpose and desire to land these shots.
That right hand is sweet from Allotey when he uses it. Raquinel, just as his rhythm slipped, his confidence maybe slightly by some of the heavy hands of Theo Allotey, who's beginning just to chew up Raquinel a bit here.
Yeah, I like the intent creeping forward. That high guard really favours that style of fighting. He'll take a couple on the gloves and he'll fire back.
His work rate, Denzel, is so high, isn't it, Raquinel? But you wonder if the pace at this stage might begin to get to him. The heat as well tonight. Allotey's more used to that being from here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Raquinel will be okay with the heat being from the Philippines. But I just think the spike from the shots coming from Allotey are taking an effect on Raquinel, and the accuracy also. I mean, Raquinel's got a high work rate, but a lot of the shots are on the gloves and elbows of Allotey. When Allotey falls, he's landing a lot more, so the accuracy, you know, might be taking a toll on Raquinel also.
Cuffing hooks from Allotey, whose tapes come loose on his left glove. They'll have to deal with that at some point. Well, it seems to have gone back, but...
Although it's not been an electric pace to this fight, where they're both having to stay so switched on for every second. You'll know this, Denzel, as well. That mental energy is so physically draining, isn't it, down the stretch?
It's definitely draining, and that's what these boys are doing. They're drained from their thinking. Just thinking about what they want to do and trying to execute it. That's what's draining them.
And every time Raquinel thinks he's got a foothold and getting his combinations going, there's a couple of thudding reminders from Theo Allotey that just check him.
He looks physically strong as well, doesn't he? And that's tiring when you get him walk round the ring.
But like I said, a few fights ago, he fought at bantamweight or super bantamweight, so and he won those fights, so he's used to fighting, you know, bigger fighters.
Yeah, they're going to look at the tape now, but suddenly he seems a lot bigger, doesn't he, physically, Allotey?
He is. I mean, he goes a distance a lot, and Raquinel just looking over the ring. I'm not sure if there's a problem
breaths.
there.
Big deep breaths in the neutral corner. Raquinel just in front of us. His tape's loose as well. And he just looks at his corner and the chest is puffing out. He's got to dig deep here, the man from the Philippines. His career not on the line at 28, but it's important to keep that ranking And at the moment, Allotey is putting a real shift in to increase, I think, his lead on the cards.
I'll tell you what, I think that's the first thing we've seen the ref have to do in this contest. Sort out that bit of tape.
Yeah, that's true. The ref hasn't really been too involved. He hasn't had to. It's been such a clean fight. There hasn't been much clinching, holding, or anything dirty.
Kevin Parker looked after the Bivol Beterbiev second fight in Riyadh. I didn't see him do anything in 12 rounds. It was just poetry in motion watching the two Bs fight. And he said to me afterwards, Kev, he said, that's the best boxing you see when the referee doesn't have to get involved.
Yeah, it is. It just shows the level of the fighters. You don't have to, get in the clinch or be dirty, do anything in order to, take control or be dominant in a fight. Clean boxing, just lovely boxing. Make the refs job easy, the refs invisible, and we're all locked in on the fight. I think those are the best fighters.
And ladies and gentlemen, shall we all rise as we welcome His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama.
So, His Excellency is here. So everyone standing for the President of Ghana, John Mahama, whose son Sharaf is the CEO of Legacy Rise Sports Promotional Company.
And this has really got Allotey going. Just nodding and growling at Raquinel.
Well, the fight was just held up momentarily.
The Republic of Ghana.
But the action continues.
But they didn't need to, but yeah.
Well, I had a chat to his son earlier. He's lovely and he's done so much work for Ghanaian boxing. Fantastic to see the president here in attendance of one of the best sporting events this year for Ghana, and Matchroom put it on alongside 258. KD's right by us at ringside. Frank Smith over there, the other side of the ring, and in comes Mr. President. Great to see him, and he'll be very, very excited by the closing stages of this one. Allotey seemingly in the ascendancy now against J.R. Raquinel, but it's been a very good fight, and some of the rounds close, Darren.
Yeah, but we were searching, weren't we, and asking for someone to grab the fight by the scruff of the neck, and it's Allotey who's done that. He's done exactly the right thing. He's fought a good fight. Raquinel, he's been in this, he's still in the fight, of course, carries a lot of power, but it's just a kind of a purposeful, menacing feel to this now from Allotey. Feels he's got his man where he wants him.
Raquinel's got to use that hand speed, the combinations, a bit like that, and just hope to catch the eye of the judges in the latter stages of this 12-round fight. Very, very experienced, but it felt as though Allotey just a round or two ago was getting to him. But he's dug in here, Raquinel.
I think you'll learn an awful lot from this Allotey as well, about pace and fight management. Although he's closed the show really, really well, I feel he could have done this perhaps a little bit earlier, but still, he's a real talented fighter, one to watch for sure, an awful lot to like.
You like him, Denzel, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I think he's quality. I think both fighters are quality, but I just think Allotey is, just a different class, man. I appreciate his boxing skills, his boxing sense, and I remember the first time I watched him, I went down to their gym when I come back here just to see what type of schooling he came from, and his coach is a really knowledgeable man. He knows a lot about his boxing, so it makes no surprises why he's such a good fighter to me.
I think both fighters were just giving respect to the president when he arrived, and it was there he is at ringside, father and son. What a fabulous night for them, and for everyone connected with Ghanaian boxing in Bookham. There's so many gyms, so much young talent, as I said earlier, and look at those Ghanaian fans, the champions like Azuma, Nelson, Denzel. They used to train by candlelight here, shanty towns in Bookham, and you're a fisherman or a fighter.
Yeah, I mean, that's their lives, and it just shows when we're out here, you've seen the way they respond to boxing. You've been with them, you've seen the kids, you've seen the way they just love the atmosphere and love to just be around these sorts of events.
Bookham from the south of Accra, which is a cracking capital city, which we've enjoyed being around this week. Last 6 minutes of what's been an enthralling super flyweight contest. Just looking at the rankings, we know JR Raquinel is in them. Top end, of course, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Barry Jones's favourite fighter, and having been in Riyadh, about a month ago to watch him live, I think mine too, or one of them.
He's getting a little bit protective over Bam, is Barry. He doesn't like people talking about him too much. He's getting a bit jealous, but yeah, what a fighter. But it's an opportunity for Allotey now, as you say, to jump over Raquinel's ranking and start climbing up himself. And yeah, we've mentioned it, Denzel, that he's close. A win here, you're close to something special.
He is. I mean, he can close out the year in spectacular fashion, and next year, I mean, the world's his oyster.
And at a perfect time as well, with Matchroom coming here, the zone showing real interest, which is fantastic, because, as we say, the passion and the talent that's here is spectacular. So for the likes of Allotey to now win this fight, if he does, which looks like he's en route to doing so, there's real big opportunities and support and backing.
Most definitely. And he'd know that and want to get through this, you know, really convincingly, so that he can, you know, gain them opportunities.
And everyone wants to be that man, Adam. You know, that next star, the one who's going to carry the Ghanaian boxing. You know, will it be Allotey if he gets through this? Freezy, McBones, Jonathan Tetteh. There's that opportunity for there to be that future star, that next star. You reeled off some of the names there. Great champions. Who's going to be the next one?
And the president here at ringside watching. This is opportunity knocks in a big way inside the last minute. 11th round of a super flyweight matchup. These two could give us a series of good fights, couldn't they? I just think the speed and the patience and maybe the extra power of Theo Allotey just been a slight difference, very slight. JR Raquinel has had his moments. Be interesting to see how the judges are seeing it.
He's won rounds, Raquinel, for sure. And he's responded well on the front foot and landed heavy shots.
Yeah, pace catching up with him, surely, on this hot December night. Five sleeps till Christmas. Have you wrapped the kids' presents?
That is Monday night. I'm the sellotape man. I help my wife. I hold the sellotape and help her. But it's going to be a long night of Christmas presents. My kids are spoiled, Adam.
Where's your Christmas stencil this year?
I'll be going back home to the UK. The family's there. My son's back home, so absolutely.
This man, Theo Allotey, I think, is in the lead here against JR Raquinel, but it's the three judges at ringside that matter. The corner team, they hugged each other at the opening bell, so I'm sure they'll do that at the finish as well. The respect they have for each other. Let's see now. Yeah, the referee actually takes them apart, but Allotey and Raquinel know how good the other is, the opposition tonight.
Allotey's got the biggest corner team I've ever seen. There's about 8 people in that corner.
They're actually spreading out for the whole front row, aren't they?
You can see the enthusiasm that they've got for their charge.
Yeah, you actually wonder if is there a limit in Ghanaian boxing rules to how many you can have in a corner, because I can count about 6 or 7 Ghanaian caps over there. They're all around. I'm not sure if they're the official ones.
Denzel knows the rules here. He's got the rule book in his pocket. Come on, tell us.
The rules are whatever they say at the time.
Ghanaian time.
That's it, Ghanaian time.
That's it.
You know, we've all experienced it.
That's it.
Now you see why we're all relaxed in, no stress.
But we got on air okay, didn't we?
That's it.
Live on the zone at the right time. That's all that matters.
I've loved it. Honestly, I've really enjoyed this show. We've still got 2 great fights to come, but it's been a good debut here in Ghana for Matchroom for me. Brilliant show.
It's been a great debut all week. Fantastic build-up. Huge amounts of local support, community help, and kids around, and yeah, they're just seeing their faces light up. Leo Atang was taking a few on the pads, and it was just brilliant to watch. But this is about business here. Who's going to get that WBO global belt and climb higher in the world super flyweight rankings? Theo Allotey or JR Raquinel? I think Allotey's just won more rounds.
Yeah, once the tape fastened better, Allotey. Surprised to see that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to point that out. He should have just took advantage of the situation, but maybe he needed to bring on.
Well, we don't know what more twists and turns we've got ahead. We've had gum shields coming out a number of times, haven't we? An official going missing. We've had the tape now. Is sort of blonde fluorescent hair as well. Theo Allotey reminds me of Paulie Malignaggi's haircut in the ring. Do you remember that night? Ricky Hatton in Manchester City, and Paulie had the long braids, the dreadlocks, which were cut off mid-fight.
Yeah, I remember that.
You ever had that issue?
Never. Nearly in the first half fight, but my hair wasn't long enough, so it didn't go in my eyes.
Closing seconds of this one. Who can stamp their authority and just remind the judges? It's been very competitive.
Oh, good
work from Allotey. Just that zip and power. And he accelerates into it, doesn't he?
He really does. And
lovely left hand. And again, he begins to have an effect. And Raquinel must be feeling the pace here. And he's looking strong again. Theo Allotey, just over a minute to go. Trying to close the show in front of the president of Ghana.
He's looking good, isn't he?
He is.
Allotey really committed to that left hook, Denzel.
He is, and he's been finding it all day. He just hasn't been using it enough, but when he uses it, it's so good.
Raquinel's a good fighter, very good, seasoned, experienced, but he's been out-thought and out-smarted at times tonight. The defence has been excellent of Theo Allotey. It will go down to the judges. No knockdowns, but there's been plenty of pockets of action, and it's been a really good watch.
It has. And whoever gets their arm raised here, as we've said, can really push on, but the loser still has a really good opportunity in this sport.
Yep, 2 world-class fighters, no doubt about that. JR the Dreamer Raquinel might be dreaming of another opportunity in 2026 if he doesn't get this one. Theo Allotey.
Stability is mind, body and spirit as one.
Good fight, raises his hand, Theo Allotey. He believes there's no celebration for JR Raquinel. I thought that was an excellent performance in fight number 13 for Theo Allotey. I think he'll win the WBO global belt. JR Raquinel looks despondent in his corner, but he can be proud of his efforts. But that was a coming-of-age fight for Allotey.
Yeah, it was. It was a real 50-50, you could say, on paper. But he just found that extra percentage, didn't he, Denzel, just to make sure that, well, we believe in our cards, that he's got the win.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think from the 8th round, the fight changed, and Adam said something. He said when he used to commentate early in his career, he was told that it just takes one round to change that fight. And I think that 8th round was that one round that changed it for Allotey, and that's what made me think, or us at ringside think he won the fight.
Yeah, I thought he finished very strongly, Allotey. Sort of 2-2 after 4. 1 or 2 of the judges. It could be interesting, the cards. They could be quite wide to Allotey. They might be closer. But there's a big celebration already going on in the ring. The Ghanaian flags aloft. They believe, and I think they're right.
Yeah. One thing I always kind of think about when I've seen a fight for the first time is, would I want to see them fight again? And 100% Theo Allotey is a man I want to see back in the ring. I think he's going to improve an awful lot from this. A real step up against a very good fighter who can come again himself, Adam.
A man who we're constantly asking whether he'll get back in the ring is not here tonight, Sonny Edwards, but I'd love to know what he thought of this one.
Yeah, I think he'd be a fan of both very good fighters, as Sonny was, and yeah, a lot to admire about both. But you can see the body language that we believe he's won this fight. But the body language, everyone in the corner, ecstatic, you look around, people at ringside, happy.
Well, there's thousands in the stands here, all around us, the Ghanaian flags, the colours. The celebration's already started. I mean, there was a big wedding last night at our hotel. There's going to be some party tonight with the Ghanaians. I mean, that was a fantastic performance by Theo Allotey. Look at that shot.
No partying for us, I'd imagine. Say we're off to Nigeria, but look at that. Fantastic, it really is. It's been a great event. Still 2 cracking contests to come.
There's something about boxing outdoors, stadium shows, as J.R. Raquinel takes his applause, rightfully so, from the crowd. But now there's something about boxing in Ghana, and I want to come back, Darren.
Yeah, me as well.
There's the hug. Fighters who love each other, having gone to war for 12 rounds. That's why we adore this sport.
There's a brotherhood. That respect that you have for that man that you've just shared blood, sweat and tears. You know, it's unrivaled. I'm telling you now. There is so much respect between fighters. And it's great to see at the end them embrace after war.
It's taking a while to get the judges' scorecards in. of his ring entrance, like we've loved Darren, the whole build-up. When he arrived at the weigh-in, it was almost like he was a super celebrity, and I guess that's what he is in Bookham.
Yeah, he's been fired up, but there's been a relaxed feel to him as well. He's almost antagonised Freezy McBones slightly with his sort of confidence, if you like. But let me tell you now, 10 fights, 10 wins, 10 all inside the distance. This man can punch.
Have you ever seen fireworks like this for a ring walk of somebody with 10 professional fights? I mean, we saw it with Usyk and Dubois at Wembley, lighting up the sky, but look at this in Accra for Jonathan Tetteh. Maybe anything Allotey can do, I can do just as well. Let's put Accra boxing firmly back on the worldwide map. He's absolutely loving it, Jonathan Tetteh. He came in with all his entourage to the weigh-in, and he ended up sitting next to our executive producer, Jim Bentley, who had a good chat with him, who was sort of swamped up by the entire Ghanaian team and loved it.
Proper fanboy, Jim Bentley.
And his opponent now entering the arena, also undefeated from Kumasi, Ghana, Freezy McBones.
So this is a Ghanaian rivalry from Kumasi. Enter Segbedzi, who is really known as Freezy McBones. We've had some nicknames, we've had some fighters. I was reading about battling Siki and others this week. Go through the history books, but Freezy McBones is a cracking name.
He's been fired up all week, he has. He's had this real fire in his eyes. I don't think he's going to wait long at all to get going in this contest. Carries power in both hands, Adam. There's a confidence surrounding him as well.
What an incredible sight of this particular Ghana ring walk. The drums, the music, the dancing, the song, the colours. How can you not fall in love with this place? This has been bucket list stuff for me this week, and I know for you as well, Darren. We talked about this for a long time. You just got to suck every bit of it in.
And it's lived up to it and some, hasn't it? It's been brilliant. Like you say, the welcome, the people. To use the word again, passion surrounding this great sport, and what it means here, what it means to these people, and what it means to these fighters to be that potential next superstar of this historic Queensbury rules that has been so prominent here in this great country. This is the resurgence that this country, these fighters, these fans have been searching for.
The greatest ever, Azuma Nelson, is here tonight. Joshua Clotty as well, watching the modern generation come through. A stunning entrance from Freezy McBones. And we're just soaking it all in. I mean, you'd think this was a massive world title fight. It's really just a terrific local derby. And there he is. Freezy is about to get in and warm up this ring even more. Jonathan Tetteh's walking around the ring. No love lost between these two. There's needle, there's spice. Fabulous.
For the chief support of the evening. And it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, Legacy Rise Sports, and 258 Boxing. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, referee Roger Garner. And now, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA Africa Light Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears white and gold. He scaled 174.7 pounds. Professional record, perfect. 10 fights, 10 victories. All 10 victories coming by way of knockout. He fights out of the capital city of Accra, Ghana. Here is the Ghanaian National Light Heavyweight Champion worldwide, Jonathan Tetteh.
I made this big list once. All the ways I was going to save the planet. It lasted about 2 days because life is messy. So I figured maybe it's not about doing everything perfectly. Maybe it's about doing something simple, like switching our cleaning products to something that's better, which feels good. The revolution starts small.
McBones.
Hey. One. Hello. Good evening, guys. You do it 10-3. Break, stop. Obey man commands, defend order at all times. Any question, Freezy? No. Any question, Tetteh? Good luck and shake hands. Come on. Shake hands, come on. No! Shake hands, man.
Naughties already. This is it. The Ghanaian boxing blogs, many media here. A chaotic, crazy build-up with 2 unbeaten fighters with real distaste for each other. Jonathan Tetteh, the man from Bookham. Freezy McBones from Kumasi, who spent time in London. Someone's will go. Could be really explosive. Thunderous tension ahead of this local derby.
Well, pride and bragging rights on the line here, and that's probably what's most important. Neither want to lose to their bitter rival.
And the needle goes back to a box offs for the Olympics, which Jonathan Tetteh missed out on, and Freezy McBones lost. So there was real animosity, and Tetteh has waited to get revenge. He's got 10 knockouts in his 10 victories, and Freezy has 10 in 11. This can't go the distance, Denzel Bentley.
It can't. I mean, there's so much animosity here. Both guys are going to be fighting with intentions to hurt each other. And I think down the stretch, they're just going to start gassing out and someone's going to go over.
Body shot from Tetteh early. He was a very good amateur and he really hits hard. So much power. Look at those massive arms. The orthodox jab. Freezing McBones, who went viral with a knockout in the amateurs and caught the attention of 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather. So he's got the following, but Jonathan Tetteh has the local support, and he's getting a great start in here.
He looks good, he does. He's slipping inside the jab, landing a couple of really good, hurtful lefts to the body. Real good intent.
Body shots from Tetteh, looking very powerful, and there's a huge amount of people in his corner here. Some taking pictures, some giving advice, some shouting. I mean, it's carnival atmosphere.
It's meant to. I mean, there shouldn't be that much people so close to the ring, but welcome to Ghana, boys.
That's a fair few over in the red corner for Freezy.
A nice right uppercut, slipped through there, and there's that left to the body again. Been a really good shot.
Just waiting, Freezy McBones, who's 36 now, 11 years older than Jonathan Tetteh, came to boxing late. These body shots, though, from Tetteh earlier, clever.
Yeah, and do you know what? He's just loading up too much. McBones. He's just, he's telegraphing everything, and the footwork and the speed, the reaction to get out of the way. He's making it quite easy for Tetteh.
He is, man. Tetteh's reflexes are so good. Like you spotted earlier, Darren, the slip in that left to the body is a key shot early in this fight. If he can stick to that kind of, combination, that might be the way to get Freezy out of there.
No knockdown there. 3 first-round wins for Tetteh, 6 in the second round. Plenty of early blowouts for Freezy McBones. Looks like the first round, no one's going to go down. Body shot side from Jonathan Tetteh, who took it. And they're dancing in the corner, and I've never seen anything like this.
That's how confident he is. All his team is, anyway. Tetteh put a lot into that first corner.
Well, you do wonder if all the tension of the build-up and the pressure, and they've got a fight still to win, right?
Yeah, it's true, they do. And I think that first round was the most tense it was going to be. After this, maybe both will relax and, it will become a better fight rather than a scrappy fight.
Well, he's got these popping eyes, Jonathan Tetteh. Looks intent on doing real damage to Freezy McBones. 100% knockout record for the 25-year-old from Accra.
And you can see why. He punches hard and has got good reflexes. Them shots come and his opponents probably don't see it, and before they know it, they're out of there. Freezy's a little bit more experienced than his past opponents, but Freezy's still got to be very careful. He's got to be defensively responsible, and he's got to be aggressive too on the inside.
I mean, I can't believe Freezy McBones went the distance once. How dare he? Only 10 knockouts in the 11 wins.
He's just got to sharpen up. Just trying to look for too much power at the minute. And as I say, look, again, telegraphing 2 right hands there. Makes it far too easy for Tetteh. Lands another right to the body, then switches to the left-hand side. Really intelligent work.
Yeah, throws them well, doesn't he? Those body shots from the arms of the man from Bookham. What about Freezy McBones, who spent time in London, lives in Paris sometimes. He's a bit of an international traveller. And I think there's also some disrespect because Tetteh believes he's had a harder rise in life, and Freezy McBones has had the sort of slightly easier route. But look, all that matters is the W tonight, because the winner here at this time of night, live on the zone around the world, will get major attention. At the moment, Tetteh's the one that is delivering the better punches, but maybe Freezy McBones just pacing himself, as you said, Denzel.
Yeah, I mean, most of the rivalry has come from Tetteh's side, so he's holding a lot more of a grudge than Freezy's, and you can see the way he's punching with spite. Freezy's, trying to just be relaxed, and to be honest, it's interesting. Freezy's usually always the aggressor, but Tetteh's made him, be more defensive in this fight. As the rounds go on, you want to see if Freezy picks it up or not.
The head-to-head after the press conference looked an absolute riot. The one yesterday at the weigh-in was so intense. The pair of them talking to each other, goading them. And you could see when they almost didn't touch gloves at the first bell what it means. Trying to get his jab going now, Freezy McBones, but light on his feet, Tetteh.
That was better with a jab, fired it from the hip, a bit more speed. He took the power out of the shot. And that allowed it to flow a lot quicker. That's what he's got to try and do. Work inside when they clinch. Freezy, just be a bit busy. Not really done a great deal yet, has he? Remember, will he be trying to pace this a little bit? 36 years old now. Tetteh, 25, fresher. Oh, left hook there from Freezy.
Oh, just missed that by a whisker with the right hand. Jab to the body was good from Tetteh, but he just looks at his corner. Maybe that breathing hard at the pace in the first 2 rounds is something to keep an eye on. Beautiful, fabulous session tonight. We are spoiled here. And you wonder if this will be indeed the first of many in Ghana with the talent we've seen so far. These two just need to settle down slightly, don't they, Dental?
Yeah, I mean, it's still, you can still feel the tension, but I settled down a lot from the first round. Tetteh goes back to the corner and looks absolutely shattered, and then he comes out and does what he does, and Freezy looks more relaxed, but I mean, I think that's a testament to Tetteh's power, because he's making Freezy cover up a lot more than he usually does. I think Freezy needs to just establish his jab, get into range, and work like he usually does.
Denzel, there's 25 or 30 people alongside us by the blue corner. Most of them with camera phones out. It's just brilliant. They want to be part of the atmosphere.
They're near enough touching the judges.
Exactly, around the judges. Mostly they'll be thrown out by security, but there's this wonderful sort of arc around ringside where it's a fantastic feeling of passion and a party atmosphere.
And that's it. And that's the passion that this country has about boxing.
Oh, big shot.
Both landed a good shot. Both landed big right hands.
Who's got the
good left hook from Freezy.
Here comes McBones in the 3rd round. Tetteh back. It might come down to punch resistance.
You literally feel yourself moving to the edge of your seat as soon as they let leather fly.
Head and body from Tetteh. Love the way he's working downstairs, but McBones keeping his shape.
Yeah, I think he has the best win out of the two, Tetteh. Beat 6-0 Ernest Ahuski. And that was in the 7th round. It was a similar fight. It was, you know, a busy, sharp, you know, high-tempo fight. And he finished that fight strong. Tetteh. But this is a different kettle of fish, I feel.
The Ghanaian champion, Jonathan Tetteh, but more troubled Freezy McBones, who turned in 2023. And it's just got a nice rhythm about him, bobbing and weaving. Just trying to stay out of trouble, get that jab going. Tetteh trying to unravel him. You can see McBones, Denzel, is trying the 8-round strategy, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's looking to pile out the pressure down the stretch. Tetteh started too fast. Oh, good shot from Freezy.
That hurt Tetteh.
It did. And he just he leaned out the rope and leaned back in. I mean, it looked quite sick, but... made that mistake a few times today. He keeps leaning back to try and avoid the punches. He gets away with it sometimes, but he's been copped with a few left hooks because of it.
Yeah, best round for Freezy McBones, who's advancing well behind the jab. Just looks more organised in there. And less of a jab from Jonathan Tetteh, who's put so much into the early 3, 4, 5 minutes. Has that taken some energy out of the tank? Just holding a bit as well, Tetteh. Yeah, good round for McBones, and he knows it.
Really looks tired in this corner, but if you look over in the upper corner, Jonathan Tetteh, he looks in bits. He really does. He's almost laying down in that corner.
It's almost like a prize fighter fight, isn't it? Like it's a 3-rounder, but it's scheduled for 8.
The pace they're fighting at, it is, but that's just from the tension of both of them. None of them want to lose this. But Tetteh looks in absolute bits in that corner.
Gasping for air. Yeah, it was a better round, wasn't it? You see the highlights here. Freezy McBones was more forceful, landing the left hook, really committing to the shot, being the aggressor on the front foot.
I love it when you say Freezy McBones. I mean,
it sounds better when you say it.
I've sat with you for a number of years, and that name, I tell you what. But he's got a good round in him in the third, into the fourth. McBones looking for win number 12. Tetteh, win number 11. More and more people crowding around us at ringside. The crackling atmosphere and tension for this Chiefs support. Remember, Craig Richards and Dan Aziz still ahead on this packed night in Accra, Ghana. Freezy McBones almost took himself out of the ring with that left hook, and Tetteh waiting to counter.
He landed a really good right hand. Freezy McBones, as he was moving to his right-hand side, Tetteh.
This is the Freezy we know. I mean, in the first 2 rounds, he was, you know, tucking up a little bit and just weathering the storm. Now he's unleashing.
Oh, he's got to be careful, Tetteh. He's pulling out of range, chin high. And we've seen he's found the target numerous times with that left hook.
Yeah, chin high. And just sometimes crude here, Jonathan Tetteh. I mean, he was working the body really well in the first round. Gum shield loose. Sign of possible breathing issues already, and we're not even halfway.
Yeah, he's got to keep busy with that jab as well, Denzel, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does get really busy with it. He does good work off that jab, but I think where he's tiring out, he's just looking for big shots.
Body shot just under the left elbow, but McBones just shrugs it off and comes back at him. There's a quite a strong, sturdy look about McBones.
Yeah, he's coming on strong. He's finishing the fight stronger than he started it. Oh, good right hand again from Freezy.
Yeah, nice right hand. Didn't quite land fully, but partially just see the sweat coming off Jonathan Tetteh again. Mouth wide open. Scrappy and messy, but it's fought with ferocity. And you just think about the thousands of fans around us back past the athletics track who are absolutely engaged in this.
You can't take your eyes off it, can you? At any moment, either of these could land the shot that closes the show. A couple of big, deep breaths from Freezy there. Remind you again, he's the 36-year-old in there.
Good work from Tetteh with the body. Right hook there. And a jab. Closing embers of the fourth round. Halfway stage. Who have you got ahead? Tricky one to score.
There's been some nice work on the back foot from Tetteh, but I think the unanimous score would be a 2-2 split at the minute.
Yeah, I agree with you, Darren. I was just going to say that.
Well, that's three of us, because I've got a 2-2. And now they're trying to clear some of the corner alongside us. Well, they were having a lot of fun. But now the police have come. They're going to have to find different spots. I quite enjoyed everything here. I mean, I'm not sure that there were fans, friends, media. And still the wide eyes of Jonathan Tetteh. Who wins this fight?
It's in the balance. I would say, however, although he's the 36-year-old McBones, he's the one that I feel is perhaps just the fresher. Starting to land clean seen a shot. Look at Jonathan Tetteh in that corner. He's having a hard time breathing it, almost laying down.
Fireworks going off again, mid-fight. We have seen some things in boxing. Second half of this chief support light heavyweights. Freezy, McBones, Jonathan Tetteh, they've been at each other, all build up. It's been the fight that's really captured the imagination here in Accra. Of course, the main event still to come, and that's a big one in this busy light heavyweight division as Craig Richards and Dan Aziz go to work. Ben Shalom announced today the signing of Gratis Kraus, who's a very dangerous light heavyweight from Holland. We saw Ben Whittaker the other week. We've got fantastic matches coming up with Ezra Taylor, Willie Hutchinson.
Kraus was calling out Ben Whittaker.
He was, wasn't he? And that's something down the line. But these 12 stone 7 boys, I don't know where these two are going to fare in this. This may be more like a local derby, but the winner can go on.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with you. I mean, look at the attraction that they look at the stadium. I mean, they practically filled it out. I mean, the winner of this, their profile shoots up, especially here in Ghana, and then they can move on.
Well, Tetteh just whipped a few punches that didn't land. That right hand sort of just sneaks through, but his corner are going absolutely mad.
Just neglecting the jab. Tetteh works it really well, but you know, obviously the tank is emptying when he's looking to land heavy shots as opposed to stick to his boxing when he's disciplined and switched on, focused. Favour his work.
Freezy's got caveman on the back of his trunks, a flag of Great Britain, a flag of France, his Paris home, and he tries to remind people that he's from Kumasi and he's a proud Ghanaian and he wants the victory badly here over their local hero Jonathan Tetteh. Tetteh again with a body shot. You can't read him, can you? Whether he's tiring, exhausted, comes back with his shots.
I'll tell you what, he's shown a really good chin already.
Here comes Freezy. Wild and woolly at times. I've sort of stopped scoring it. I just quite enjoying it.
Got to jump away his head.
It's at a level and it's fun and firing. They're both trying to protect their unbeaten records. More importantly, as Darren mentioned earlier, it's about machismo and pride and the bragging rights of Ghana, who will hold their head high come Sunday morning. Although we're nearly in Sunday morning, aren't we?
Still trying to be the aggressor, Freezy.
I've no idea who won that round.
Yeah, I can't call it. I mean, Tetteh's looked like that from the first round. So I don't know whether he's tired or not.
Tough one to score. They both had their moments in that. But the aggressor for the majority of it was Freezy, but there was good boxing on the back foot. See a nice little right uppercut sneaking through the guard. Needs to keep those elbows tucked in. Freezy. Both really feeling the pace of this contest.
And the fireworks continue to light up the Ghana sky. 9 minutes left. Freezy McBones, the 36-year-old from Kumasi in South Ghana. Jonathan Tetteh from Accra, here the capital, in the white and gold skirt outfit.
If you're going to move, you're going to circle the ring, Tetteh. Get behind that jab, let the shots go. You've got to stop Freezy in his track. I'd like to see Freezy let that left hook go. That's his favoured shot. That's the shot that does the damage. Needs to take a little step to the right-hand side. Needs to try and cut the ring down. Freezy just following Tetteh around the ring at the minute.
WBA Africa belt on the line as well, which will help with the rankings in that organisation. Just looks in his corner, nods his head. I bet Freezy McBones believes he's in the lead, but what about the judges?
Yeah, slowed down now the pace of this fight, hasn't it?
Imagine stories can save our planet. Every day we hear that we're beyond saving, but we're not. We just need better stories. Stories of hope, action, of David, Sandra, and Thick, and a whole world of people working on solutions. It takes one story to spark action. And pretty soon, everyone's pitching in. That's why we're reimagining the future, one story at a time. Join us.
Again, more discipline. Freezy McBones falling in. Jonathan Tetteh. It's like a rag doll at times.
It's going to come down to who wants it more. Who's got that little bit left in the tank. Oh, good right hand from Freezy there. He's starting to unravel a little bit here, Tetteh. Lots of gaps defensively, Adam.
Yep, apart from the body shots in the early couple of rounds, McBones has been much more accurate. Maybe it's that all-round experience that he's got as an amateur and pro. Tetteh just swinging and trying to find something.
He's got to be careful when he does that. Although he landed sort of 4 shots there, Tetteh, he comes very, very tall. The chin's higher. These are where accidents happen, when you're tiring like this, and you switch off and you get lazy, Denzel.
Yeah, 100%. As tired he is, he's got to try and keep composure and keep his form. Like the heads are coming in real close. I'm surprised no one hasn't cut from across the heads yet.
Yeah, heads banging together. It's getting rough in there. Physical. Good work from McBones again. For me, the cleaner work coming from Freezy.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he's making more of an impression, isn't he, to the judges. Aggressive, the one sort of forcing the pace.
I think Tetteh's run out of ideas. I think he went hell for leather in the first 2 or 3 rounds, and maybe he hasn't thought about the 8 rounds, and it's been more of a disciplined, tactical performance from Freezy McBones.
He's never been the distance, and most of his knockouts have come early. So when there wasn't a knockout in the first 3 rounds, he just didn't know what to do, and it's showing.
He'll be learning from it as well, the 25-year-old. Final round, clock's already ticking.
And final round.
Light heavyweight battle. just before the main event, Freezy McBones and Jonathan Tetteh. Local pride on the line. McBones, remember, from Kumasi, Tetteh from Accra. For me, Freezy McBones, he just looks more in control. Punches have been a bit cleaner, but it's been a mess.
Yeah, it has, but I agree with you. Freezy just landing the cleaner shots. Better body language coming from him. See Tetteh, he's really, really struggling. It almost seems as well that the power's left the shots of Tetteh. He just refuses to get in the rhythm behind the jab. I just don't think he can't do it. The tank is literally empty, Denzel.
He's empty. He's emptied every single last bit of it. I mean, that's what you call leaving it in the ring, to be honest.
He just went hell for leather, didn't he? First 2-3 rounds. Well, the first 2 rounds for sure.
Yeah, I think from the third onwards, Freezy started picking it up, catching the rhythm, warming to his power, and then it started changing from there. But the first 2 rounds, he was definitely on top.
Well, a learning fight for Jonathan Tetteh. We've loved the build-up, the anticipation, the ring walks, and the showmanship. Yeah. It's not been pretty. It's not been what we saw earlier with Diallo and Theo and some of the others, but
fourth all week. Bad blood, not just between the two, but between the support of both. That's been predominantly Tetteh, you have to say. But their man has run out of ideas. He's run out of gas.
Yep, light on his feet, Freezy McBones finishing well here. And again, Tetteh tries to hold. He's not going to win this. Freezy McBones should keep his unbeaten record, and look at that.
Oh, his shoulder back up.
Shoulder.
I think he shot. Oh.
Well, they're not happy in the corner of Jonathan Tetteh.
Oh, he's saying he beat him.
There's a bite claim here on the shoulder. Very interesting. Well, Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, many years on. I didn't expect that in the 8th round of this, but they don't like each other. Would Freezy McBones have done that? Where's the gum shield?
No, but
what's going to happen here?
He's going to point off.
A point off?
I mean, a fight you're winning, why would you risk it by doing something so stupid?
Ridiculous.
A point off for biting the shoulder. I tell you what, we've heard it all. McBones might get the decision. That point might make a difference. Tetteh's coming on strong, and they want to do it again, these two.
Absolute carnage at ringside around us here.
I tell you what, I hope there's security around at the end, because there's some pretty hot feelings at ringside here. And I think Jonathan Tetteh's camp are going to be enraged at the final bow. Let's see what happens. They're running to the ring, and they think Jonathan's won it. They're going mad. They're starting to party. I mean, really?
An absolute moment of madness, though, from Freezy McBones. Crazy to bite the shoulder when you're in, I wouldn't say cruise control, but it looks as if he was winning the fight. Both teams.
Make your browser fast. Make your browser safe. Make your browser Chrome. Choose Google Chrome for your computer.
That's close, scrappy, difficult to score. I think the feeling was that McBones was the classier in there, but Tetteh had his moments.
Tetteh definitely had his moments. First 2 rounds I would have gave to Tetteh. After that, I would have given the majority of the rounds to Freezy. But in an 8th rounder, in a fight so close and so scrappy and hard to score, why would you risk it by doing something so unnecessary. He didn't need to do it. He wasn't losing. He looked the fresher fighter. Out of frustration, you would have thought Tetteh would have done that. If anything, Rick was to do it.
When Tetteh collapsed to the floor, I wasn't sure what was going on.
Neither was I. I thought maybe he collapsed out of fatigue, and I thought, is he okay? But that point taken off makes this fight, you know, unknown. We do not know who could have won the fight. It could be a draw.
Yep, look at that. There's the bite. Where was the gum shield? Freezy McBones. The point off. Well, he was told to get up originally, but that definitely was something.
He did. I mean, even if it wasn't a clean back, you gave your opponent a reason to over-exaggerate a situation that's allowed you to get a point taken off. It just wasn't needed. It wasn't necessary. And then on top of that, Tetteh finished the round strong. So with a point taken off, if you score that round to Tetteh, that's a 10-8 round.
And a 10-8 round in a fight as close as that. They are celebrating big time in that blue corner.
I don't even know how Tetteh's found the energy to celebrate after his antics in the corner.
Team Tetteh, have they got it? Has Freezy McBones done enough despite the point deduction? Will it be a draw? Fireworks are going off all round us. I don't think anyone really minds. They'll see it again, won't they?
I think we need security in the ring first.
If Tetteh loses this,
we better get running shoes on, Adam.
well, if you can influence the judges after the fight, then Tetteh's team most certainly did that.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? I did look. That last round has thrown a spanner in the works for Freezy McBones. It really has. I had him up. I've not been scoring it round by round. Look, it started off brilliantly, didn't it? It was a great fight early doors. Tetteh really forcing the pace, and then after 4 it was level, and you felt that they were both fading physically, but then Freezy McBones came on strong, started being the aggressor, landing the cleaner shot, although it got really scrappy, and then that moment of madness. So it'll be interesting to see here what happens, but as you say, it'll probably happen again. You could make this fight again. Controversy nonetheless. Bad blood there. Who's going to win, Adam?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action here in the crowd, we go to the judges' score totals. Segbedzi, 80-73. Amui, 78-74. Allotey, 77-75. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision. He's still undefeated and the new WBA Africa Light Heavyweight Champion worldwide, champion Tetteh.
Mad fight with a sort of mad decision by 7, by 4, by 2 maybe Jonathan Tetteh, but Freezy McBones won rounds there. Explain that, Darren.
I mean, as I say, after 4 I had 2 apiece, and then you felt it was the cleaner work from Freezy McBones, who's just entering the
live entertainment, and this is all part of the package here.
Well, I can't believe what we just saw between Freezy McBones and Jonathan Tetteh. I mean, you couldn't work it out all the way through, but you had to watch it, and it was, the crowd loved it.
Well, I couldn't quite see it from my angle, Adam, but was there a bite involved?
There was a bite in the last round. We thought Freezy McBones had a few decent rounds, but then he bit him. The scorecards were all wide for Tetteh. Strange.
And we've still got the main event to come. A cracking fight between two fighters that have to win. It's a must-win contest for both.
Okay, well, let's get this party started, should we say, here in Accra, Ghana. Entertainment time, back to the ring with David Diamante.
Introduce tonight's entertainment. Please welcome world-famous Jocelyn Dumas.
Ago!
He's not here.
Ago! Ago Nime Kaname. Mr. President Obake. If you're happy to be Ghanaian, let me hear you say, Okay, I hear football fans are the best, but I want us to prove that boxing fans are the ultimate best. So, Chobway! 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 Ghana, Ghana, I'll say yeah! Oh, are you guys hungry? Ghana, Ghana, I'll say yeah. Ghana, oh, yeah. You guys, Chobway, the football fans have won, oh, because I didn't hear you guys. Sorry? You want to...
The epic online action game War Thunder is ready to blast your daily routine to pieces. It's not just a game, it's real action, where metal howls, the skies burn, and every shot sparks with awesome special effects. Meet the Allotey tank, a true fortress on tracks. In the air, the B-66 destroyer can level enemy positions in seconds, providing cover as the Buk M3, a modern air defense system you can't hide from. Download War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Wait! Ladies and gentlemen, you're not helping my morale. Should we do a competition? I didn't hear you. What did you say? Who's fighting? You want to fight? Oh, well, the Rumble in the Jungle was Muhammad Ali and who else? Muhammad Ali and who else? George Foreman. Give it up for that gentleman over there. Well done. Clap for him. But very soon we're going to have a Rumble in the Jungle in Ghana. Over 1 billion people tuned in to watch, and it put Africa on the map. So I'm very sure that Ghana is going to put Africa on the map where boxing is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, he needs no introduction. He's there. Party, because I know we're ready to party, but I think the DJ said I should give him 5 minutes. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to hand over to my co-host.
Thank you, Jasmine. All right. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, can we please get a nice round of applause out here? Former world champion Joshua Cloudy in the house. No, you need more than that. Former world champion from Ghana, Joshua Cloudy, IBF welterweight champion. One of the best from your country right there. All right, DJ, hit it. Main event coming up next, guys.
is an absolute cracker between two Londoners, two fighters that know each other, but they understand the importance of a win here, Jamie.
What are the big questions, Darren, when you look at the two styles of these two? How do you see them coming together tonight?
Yeah, look, I think straight away who can impose their game plan straight away. He's got the aggressor Dan Aziz, the boxer with Craig Richards, but yeah, desire, will to win and passion will be the victor here.
Okay, well, every great main event needs a great main event introduction. Over to David Diamante to do what he does best.
Accra, Ghana. This is the moment of truth, and there's no turning back. Set to make his ring walk, Super Dan Aziz.
Matchups in the red-hot light heavyweight division. Two of our best domestic fighters from back home, Craig Richards and this man Dan Aziz. The smiling, affable, throwback, no-nonsense battler who hit a real purple patch a few years ago. He's won British, Commonwealth and European titles, not quite world level yet. Time not on his side. Had a fight a couple of months ago in Nigeria, so he's active now for a much more important test, Darren.
Spoke well at the weigh-in yesterday, where he promised aggression and non-stop pressure.
Craig Spider Richards.
So time for the talented but aging Spider to trap some notable foe and fast. He's had an excellent start to 2025, Craig Richards. And as the fireworks once again light up the Accra sky, the tall box puncher makes his way into a key battle after that excellent win over Patrick McCrory. Time settling with newish trainer and corner man in real form in Tony Sims. Ex-British champion like Aziz is a former world title challenger too. Didn't disgrace himself against the exquisite Dimitri Bivol. Can he climb back to the top of this most fierce division? Seems very confident.
He does. He's been relaxed, calm. He understands the task at hand. Big opportunity for both Craig Richards and Dan Aziz. Fantastic main event here in Accra, Ghana.
What a celebration of Ghanaian boxing, and what a statement on this inaugural Matchroom show in this country.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here to the capital of Ghana, Accra. We are live on the Zone time for the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the IBF International Light Heavyweight Championship. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, Legacy Rise Sports, and 258 Boxing. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the International Boxing Federation. The president is Daryl J. Peoples. The supervisor...
A lot taller than that, but he has got the height and the reach. And if he utilises that and gets in a rhythm, that could frustrate Dan Aziz. But Aziz is so good at walking fighters down, getting up close and personal. He's very solid, very strong.
He's like a throwback, isn't he, Dan Aziz? In your face, no nonsense. Nice high guard.
Well, he fights like that, and he looks like that with the long white socks. Marvin Hagler, his hero, and those sort of classic small red and white trunks.
I mean, Dan Aziz, you spoke about his height being 5'10", but his reach is just as long as Craig's. You're seeing him beat Craig to the jab. He's nice and composed. Look, there we go again. He's just beating Craig to the jab. Craig thinks he's out of range, and he's dropping his lead hand, and Dan's just popping him with a jab.
He looks very relaxed there, Dan Aziz, getting centre ring.
Yeah, changing the levels well there. Jab upstairs, right to the body, went back up with the left hook. Missed with the final shot, but still better than a Craig Richards now to try and get his jab into play. He's leaning back off the jab of Dan Aziz. I'd like to see him fire back with a right hand.
Good opening this from Aziz. Very experienced cornerman Martin Bowers, you know well, Denzel.
Yeah. Also, my trainer and manager, Martin Bowers, very nice and composed in the corner. Knows how to get his message across. And I think that's what Dan needs in this stage of his career. No confusion, just straight to the point. And that's what he's been receiving in his last few fights. And I think they've gelled really well since being in the gym in about 2 years now, and it's working.
And in the other corner, your old man, Tony Sims. So the pair of you know these trainers well.
Yeah, look, both of them are spot on. They know the sport inside out. Very good man managers, good technicians when it comes to executing game plans. And they could be pivotal in a fight that could be very close.
Seltz and Charlie in there with Tony in that blue corner, and the black trunks of Craig Richards, who's 35 now. Dan Aziz 36, but I tell you what, he looks a young 36. The shape of him, he's always in such impeccable condition. Both of them said sparring has gone well. There's no excuses. The better man will win. At the moment, it's Aziz who just seems to have made the slightly quicker start.
And said exactly what he was going to do. It's not reckless though, is it? It's intelligent. Needs to keep varying up that jab. Like I say, he bends the knees and fires it up nicely from the hips. Stabs it into the body as well. It's down to Craig Richards now to get the rhythm behind his jab. Jab, long left hook, then follow the right hand through. But that's a lovely right hand over the top from Dan Aziz.
And a jab as well. He looks right on song here. Aziz early. Richards maybe slightly rusty. Hasn't fought since March, but that was a good win over Pedrak McCrory. And there's the jab of Richards.
Yeah, it was a good victory over McCrory. Really needs to build on that now.
Body shot from Aziz. I think with Richards, sometimes he gets caught betwixt and between. He's a nice boxer, but he can also be aggressive too. I guess it's fusing that right tonight, Denzel.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Craig seems to have, he's been having a look now for a couple of rounds now, and, he's struggling to find his jab because Dan's just in his face and not giving him time to really think. And Dan's in his face, but he's not standing still. He's moving his shoulders, he's rolling his shoulders, he's throwing a jab, and he's throwing it at different rhythms, different times. You can't time Aziz's jab. And I think that's what's being successful for him now. Craig just needs to find, a way to shut that down.
Sucking up well as well, Dan Aziz. He's got the hands nice and high. He's moving his head side to side. He's bending the knees to defensively. Just a bit tighter at the minute.
More fireworks ahead. Richards just getting a combination together. Back end of the second round. Hasn't done a great deal yet. Hasn't been allowed to.
Got to be sharper with that jab. Craig Richards can't afford to pour it out. Just seen that right hand come over the top from Dan Aziz. It's a good shot.
Richards is hesitating to throw that jab because he doesn't want to miss. He knows missing that jab could result in, you know, paying the price for it. So he's being very cautious and trying to pick when he wants to throw it.
Oh, that's better.
Good 1-2.
Good 1-2, straight down the pipe from Craig Richards. Still early.
Battle of the jabs.
Oh, good right hand from Aziz.
Both of them having their success in the second round is starting to catch fire.
Yeah, good start. Dan Aziz working the jab nicely, but the last 30 seconds we see Craig Richards just get into this contest for the first time. A couple of reminders not to pour out shots, commit to the shots. As you say, Denzel, can't afford to be reluctant and sort of pour, as I say, the shot. You're better off fainting, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're better off fainting. See the reaction Aziz is going to make and then throwing off that. But if you're going to pour out the shots, you're giving an opening to Aziz.
Third of 12. Light heavyweight battle here. IBF International belt on the line. And a major, sort of late career crossroads fight for Super Dan Aziz and Craig Spider Richards. Thought Aziz won the first, second closer.
It was closer.
Maybe 2-0, maybe.
But better, more promising signs for Craig Richards just at the end of that second round. Started to let his hands go a little bit more. Needs to build from that now.
Yeah, can take time warming into fights, Craig Richards. Had a difficult night against Willie Hutchinson, didn't he, in the Matchroom Queensbury 5v5. Eddie had a difficult night full stop, didn't he?
Yeah, well, his proudest evening.
That's better from Craig Richards, who's supported by his family, his sisters, as always, just behind us. Plenty of popularity, both of these guys, Denzel, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they are. They're both popular. Richards has got good support. His family, his sisters always travel out for him. Dan out here being, you know, African, West African, Nigerian himself. He's got support. A lot of the Ghanaians are rooting for him because he is the African in this fight. And they both got good support.
Just be careful with that, Dan Aziz. Just lead him with the right hand. I don't think he needs to do that. There's a couple of times he fell short. We've seen a couple of left hook counters just grazing the top of the head of Dan Aziz from Craig Richards. Again, I do feel that uppercut is there for Craig Richards to throw when he crouches down Dan Aziz. But as we know, Denzel, when you throw that uppercut, you are vulnerable.
You are vulnerable, and if you miss an uppercut, you're right open for a straight right hand. So Richards also wants to be careful throwing that uppercut, which is why we haven't seen it yet.
Just leaning back. Craig Richards, he needs to bring his feet out of range. Don't lean back. If you're going to lean back, you've got to fire back quickly with the right hand.
Left hook to the body. Just thinking about that, Richards, and Aziz comes back with a couple of his own. Can either really establish a rhythm here, or is it going to be tit for tat most of the way through the 12 rounds?
Still very early in this 12-rounder, Adam, so time to establish that rhythm.
Keep that form. That's nice. That's lovely.
That's the body shot again from Craig Richards, beginning to establish his jab. Aziz getting nice and close. Very well matched, these two.
However you do it, get your Acca Boost from William Hill, online and in shop.
As I said, when that shot landed, just pulling out of range with his chin high, Craig Richards. There you see the changing of levels. Bends the knees really well, Dan Aziz.
Yeah, I mean, Dan Aziz is landing them nice little rounds over the top, which is why he keeps shooting for them. But it can be risky, as you said earlier. If he misses with it, he's allowed for a counter, but I don't think Richards has realised that yet.
Crucial light heavyweight matchup here. Craig Richards and Dan Aziz. Both of them have lost to Joshua Buatsi. There's plenty of victories on the record as well. Remember Richards having that unlikely shot at Dimitri Bivol. Dan Aziz, British, Commonwealth, European. You wondered if he'd go to world level. I mean, it's so difficult, isn't it, at the moment?
Congested, both on the world scene and domestically, as you say. That's why this is so important. If you want that opportunity to fight for titles, whether it be domestic or something more grand, a win here is a must.
Ring ratings: Dimitri Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, David Benavides, Callum Smith, Anthony Yard, Albert Ramirez, David Morrell, Joshua Buatsi in 8th, Willie Hutchinson in 10th. Buatsi had that difficult night with Zach Parker. Lyndon Arthur's come through. Now we wait to see what happens with Ben Whittaker in 2026. Such an exciting division.
Some good work from both. Nice 1-2. Walks on to that Dan Aziz. Both starting to exchange a little bit, letting their hands go a little bit more in this 4th round.
That's it. Slowly start pushing the pace.
There's that jab of Craig Richards, long and accurate. Wasn't landing in the first round. Back comes Aziz. He shoots one up though, doesn't he? He's got that good defense, crouches low.
He disguises it so well, Adam. You think he's just dipping the knees to avoid any shots that come back. Before you know it, he's just fired it straight through.
Yeah, that fantastic patch, didn't he, Dan Aziz? Stopping Jose Burton and giving us great nights, terrific action, and no nonsense. He'd absolutely fight anybody.
Sharpen up here, Craig Richards, for me. A bit more commitment to the shots. A bit more speed, a bit more desire.
He's just lost his timing here, Richards. His accuracy. Good work from Aziz. Could be down to confidence as well.
That's better.
Tonight.
He's been waiting a little bit too long, Craig Richards. That was better when he was first there.
Aziz slightly troubled by that, and another one. Great finish to the end of the 4th. And best shots of the fight so far for the man from Crystal Palace. And the sisters behind us screaming and cheering, and that was good for Craig Richards.
It was. Good right hand at the end of the round. Probably the best of the fight, the shot that has had the most effects for sure. And again, just proving he's just got to be more offensive, Craig Richards.
Tony Sims is enjoying huge success with Conor Benn and George Liddard, Jimmy Sains, Craig Richards in a camp where there's real momentum. Just seemed troubled a bit. One clumping right hand to the side of the head there for Aziz. Both of them have got good chins.
Oh, they have, yeah. Neither been stopped. Been in there with good quality, as we've said.
Round 5.
Second third of this one. Round number 155 for Craig Richards, a career that started a decade ago. And it's the 176th for Dan Aziz. Just fine margins, really, between these two. Excellent operators. Both of them have done so much for the British game, and they're lovely guys outside of the ring as well. It's been a pleasure to have them. A lot of respect between the two. No bad blood. Just a job and a business. And a very important night for both to win.
He's taking the power out of the shots here, Dan Aziz, and just having a bit more accuracy, a bit more success with the shots.
You could just hear "Let's go Dan, let's go Craig" all around us at ringside. Good work from Aziz.
He's just not loading up. That's a better 1-2 from Craig Richards. Needs to be a bit more busier now with the shots.
And there's the body shot he tries with the left hand. Crisp combination before. I think they know how good each other is and they can't make mistakes in there. But it's starting just to open up here in the 5th round.
Yeah, both starting to let the hands go a bit more now. Craig Richards certainly. The 1-2, he doesn't need to be greedy here, get carried away or reckless, but the 1-2s. He throws a lovely 1-2 left hook as well, Craig Richards.
Louis Edmondson, Ezra Taylor, who's going to fight Willie Hutchinson. And plenty of young talent like Kyle Davis from Stoke on the light heavyweight scene. Undefeated in 11. So many great matches that can be made in 2026. And this is perfect timing for this. Right hand from Richards. These rounds are close.
Oh, that was a nice little left there. And a left hook as well. Back comes Dan Aziz, though. Good work. Ebbing and flowing in this 5th round.
He's tired, Craig. No, he's not. Say the different support around ringside.
Good 1-2 there from Dan.
And the respect between the pair. Good watch already.
Yeah, he took that well. Craig Richards has a lovely right hand from this man here, Dan Aziz. Again, I think they're both feeling the heat in this venue, this stadium rather.
You're feeling it, aren't you?
I'm sweating a bit, Adam, yes.
And you're not even in there, although you did get on the scales the other day, which worried me.
That's the nerves that's making him sweat, by the way.
Huh?
The nerves are making him sweat. He knows Dan's got his man.
Dan, is he's winning this fight just for you? What do you think?
Look at that good 1-2 from Dan Aziz there, and that really got Craig Richards going.
Yeah, I've got Dan winning this fight, to be honest. I think Dan's been more accurate. A few times he slipped and been getting caught in between with Craig. But overall, I think Dan's looked pretty more effective in his fight than Craig has.
Yeah, I think just edging it. But so much time left in this. And you still feel an opportunity for one of these to really grab the fight by the scruff of the neck.
Late into the night, in the heat of Accra, Ghana. Remember, tomorrow we're in Nigeria for Lawrence Akoli and Tony Yoka back as well. It's an all-African weekend on DAZN. Great to be in this fabulous continent where boxing plays such a big part. And these two have enjoyed the build-up here. Right hand from Aziz, who's been here a bit longer than Craig Richards.
Frustrating that when he leaves that lead hand out there, Craig Richards, just allowing that right hand to land from Dan Aziz. Didn't load up again with the shot, but certainly a scoring blow, that's for sure.
Boy, that's fucking beautiful. Beautiful work.
Right, that was a good jab. Just walks on to that one, Dan Aziz.
Yeah, good work from Richards. Aziz comes back with one. Just balancing himself now, Craig Richards. Centre ring in this 6th round. You sometimes feel with Richards, he's got the tools to make it maybe easier.
I just think be a bit more positive with your work. You know, because it's there when he lets his hands go. Lovely 1-2 left hook. He just threw a couple of good left hooks, head and body there. It's not like we're telling him to do something he can't do.
Sitting inside the pocket. Well, that suit Aziz, who's got 14 knockouts to Richards' 12. Both of them can punch, but at this sort of level, tend to go the distance.
Yeah, I think you'd love to keep this inside the pocket. Dan Aziz.
Nice right hand from Aziz. Back comes Richards.
That's where he's got to let his hands go. Don't wait, Craig Richards. Be positive. Be first. Again, leaning back there. This is allowing Dan Aziz to find that right hand.
Oh, good uppercut.
See, that's the shot.
That's the one you called for from Craig Richards. Got to be careful of that, Aziz, as he comes in.
He threw that well, that uppercut. He didn't load up. He didn't telegraph the shot. He just put it right there, and you can see it lifted the head of Dan Aziz.
Might not be quite as quick as he once was, Aziz, so needs to watch it when he gets in close to do his work, that he doesn't walk into those right uppercuts of Richards. Mixed bag with the jab from Richards. Back comes Aziz with the right hand. Again, both having their successes. Maybe Richards a bit more in this round.
Yeah, but again, he loses his shape on occasions. He comes tall, chin's high, and he gets caught with needless shots from Dan Aziz. Get that chin down, keep your shape, get behind the jab would be my key to success for Craig Richards.
Tight rounds, as we probably expected they would be.
He's definitely getting himself into this fight now, Craig Richards, but I still feel there's more to come. Some clean shots landing, the uppercut that I've been calling for, a bit more positive with the jab, but just at times coming too tall, the chin too high. You've got to keep it tucked down. Don't undo the good work that you've done yourself.
Seconds out.
But yeah, very close.
Round 7.
This one moving fast already into the second half. Light heavyweight contest at 175 pounds, 12 stone 7, the IBF international belt on the line. Good for ratings, for rankings. Most important thing is for one of these two to eke out the victory, however it comes, so they put themselves in contention with those big light heavyweight fights coming up next year. Matchroom have got Ben Whittaker, of course, arguably one of the biggest stars in world boxing, but Frank Warren at Queensbury has got a huge amount of light heavyweights.
He really has stacked stable there, but again, just watching this fight, I feel like they both need to go again. They both need 2 phases of attack. They need to go again.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think, you know, just like the fight with Tetteh and the Filipinos, I think someone needs to switch the gears and needs to pick up the pace and then go again, second and third. And I think that would be the decider of who can make this, you know, fight clearer in their favour.
I was thinking of the Queensbury and Matchroom thing. Frank and Eddie are, like us, best mates now, so those matches can be made.
But exactly, they can be made. Both very competitive, as these two are, and this is, you could say, in the balance, close rounds.
Yep, deep into their 30s, that have trained extremely hard, always in fabulous shape, but under the lights with the heat, who's going to finish stronger in those championship rounds? We saw in that Tetteh fight what happened. Good body work from Craig Richards, although referee Dion Duarte says to keep them up. I thought they were okay.
Take a couple of shots on there from Dan Aziz, just keeping the hands high, the right hand just taking, landing on the left glove of Aziz.